early morning stream this morning for anyone who's watching. We are still fixing the Atlanta Braves. Last year we had the best record in baseball with 104 wins, but then we got first rounded by the Diamondbacks. Either way, we're here in season 3 trying to build off of that. You see Ronald Acuna just had an incredible season, 120 runs scored. He's done that 3 times in his career now. I realize that I haven't done much, looking around the landscape of baseball. So I'm just going to kind of do a preview of every team, kind of what's happened over the last 2 years, and kind of the foreshadowing for season 3. Obviously, we know a lot about our team. We're going to be starting off with the Miami Marlins. What's up, Hollywood? With the Marlins, obviously, they have a very solid rotation. They still retain a lot of their young guys that they had in season 1. Braxton Garrett, Sandy Alcantara has been healthy. But overall, the Marlins still look pretty bad. How are you? I'm doing good. Doing pretty good. Max Meyer seems to be a long reliever, and he's done well in that role. Relievers, they've got some solid guys. And then closer, Andrew Nardi, we do know, just had an all-star appearance. They bring Jonah Heim over from the Rangers, who was injured last year, but he's had a solid... Actually, he's been injured for 2 straight years. He was very solid both of those years, though. We got Jonah Bride. Looks like he was good year 1, year 2. He was not as good. Xavier Edwards at second base. He's awful defensively, but he's been amazing these 2 seasons. All-Star and batting title 2 years ago. Last year, he was even better. But yeah, he's horrible defensively. Connor Norby, 2 seasons of just, being Connor Norby. Hits for a lot of extra base hits. Does not hit for good average whatsoever. And he plays god-awful defense. 20 errors. He was dreadful in 2025. Last year, he was a little bit better. Otto Lopez over at shortstop. He's been very solid. 2 years ago, he was good. Last year was an all-star. 3.5 WAR player. Dane Myers is here. He's another defensive wizard. Last year, he really came onto the scene as a starter. 20 home runs. Stole 11 bases, 710 OPS, very solid player. But again, he's here and he's starting because of his defense. He is 31 years old, very, very late to the major leagues. Cody Bellinger is your center fielder. You bring him in. That's kind of your big get this offseason. Bellinger was okay in New York. He wasn't amazing, but he walked a decent bit. Stole some bases. Played very good defense out in center field. He was an all-star last season before he got hurt. Actually, he played most of the year. And then lastly, you got Griffin Conine, who he played in almost all 162 back in 2025 and was bad. Last year showed some promise in less games. Was better at everything except defense. So, yeah, then you got the Mets. The Mets are very good. You just signed Garrett Crochet, who's coming off of a rougher season. I don't know if $45 million a year bag is worth it for him. His tenure in Boston wasn't great. He got injured this first year, then last year had some issues. Wasn't bad, though. Certainly wasn't terrible. The FIP liked him a lot more. Just the strikeouts were way, way down. Kadai Senga is still here. He had a rebound year last year, was much better. Eric Fetty is still here. He's been okay. Clay Holmes is still here. He's been awful. And then your number 5 guy is Tyler McGill. Tyler McGill was great in year 1. Year 2, not as good. In the bullpen, they got Buto, who pitches 100 times a season. And then Edwin Diaz is still here, one of the best closers in baseball. Onto the batting, Francisco Alvarez has blossomed into an elite catcher. Last year was his breakout season finally. Really kind of rebounded. Yeah, this was his first year that he hit for average and good power. Put it all together with his great defense, was a 6-win player. Back-to-back Gold Glove awards as well. He looks like one of the better catchers in the league. Nate Lowe comes over at first base after spending the last 2 years with the Yankees and Nationals. He was amazing last year, actually, with the Yankees. A 4-win player this season. The Mets are hoping to get that same type of play out of him at age 31. Luis Angel Acuna comes back at second base. He has not done much yet, but we know he's a solid defender. Mark Vientos is still here. He's kind of fallen off a cliff, still hits for good power, just the average is not there, striking out a lot more than you'd like. Yeah, he is still under team control for a while, but the Mets really haven't gotten much out of him this save so far. Lindor's been good. Actually, year 1, he was slumping. Year 2, he really came back, had a great season. 8-win player, actually, last year. All-Star, Gold Glove, all the hardware. Brandon Nimmo is back. What's up? He's been very consistent. He's just Brandon Nimmo, like usual. Walks a decent bit. Hits for good power. He's had some injuries, but overall he's been good. TJ Friedl is back. Jose Siri is as well in center field. Siri's your defensive substitution, power bat. Friedl's your starter. Last year he was solid, but 2 years ago he was really bad. Hasn't really played up to his overall. He's not great defensively. And then Juan Soto is just Juan Soto. He's been amazing. 2 years ago he missed a decent bit of the year due to injury, but he was right back to the Juan Soto of old last season. 36 home runs, 100 RBIs, 295 average, 930 OPS. That's what the Mets paid for, but he's just not that good defensively in right field. You got to think they'll be moving him over to left field or DH at some point. The Phillies are not as good as you think. Christopher Sanchez has been elite. He's been one of the best pitchers in baseball since the start of this save. Sub-3 ERA for 2 straight years. Aaron Nola is back. He's been amazing. Again, one of the best pitchers in baseball. Really underrated at this point. Zach Wheeler's kind of falling off a cliff with his ratings, but he's still elite. So that 1-2-3 in Philly is amazing. Then it's kind of a fall off to David Peterson, who you bring in. $15 million a year for this is diabolical. We know he was, showing a lot of promise in 2024. He was part of the TJ Friedl trade to the Reds and just wasn't great there in like 2 half seasons. And then you got Andrew Painter, Nick Abel, who are still pretty raw. Painter has given them 134 innings of 2-win baseball. In the bullpen, Luke Weaver is a great player. Jordan Romano is back. And then your closer, you got a Ryan Kerkering, who struggled in year 1. Year 2, he was right back to being one of the best relievers in baseball. Catcher Ryan Jeffers, that's your big free agent signing. He's been awful so far, but he's rated highly. The year 1 he was just truly bad. Year 2, he was battling injuries. But paying this guy on a 4-year, $12 million a year deal seems like a huge overpay to me. They're going to need to get a lot more out of him. Bryce Harper is still here. He's been elite. He won the MVP in year 1. Year 2, he was right on track to do it again before he suffered a major injury. Only got in 37 games, but it was a 2.2 win season for him. We're talking about this guy as one of the best players of this generation. He's just been consistently good since 2012. Still under contract till the end of 2031. Bryson Stott is here. Another guy who been pretty similar defensively and with the stealing bases, but it's been a tale of two seasons. Year one, he hit for good average, good power, put it all together finally. His best year yet. And then last year was his worst year yet. He was terrible. His bat to ball skills just disappeared. You bring in Eugenio Suarez, who just had a decent year in Seattle. We know he hits for good power. We know he strikes out a ton. He's here. Trey Turner is here. He's coming off of two very stellar seasons, hit almost 30 bombs a year ago. Does not play good defense at shortstop anymore. Likely to move off of that at some point. Outfield, they still have Marcell Ozuna. He's going to be a DH. In 99 games last year, he was great, 911 OPS. He was just back to being what he was 2 years ago. Obviously, with us in year one, he was good, made the All-Star team, but he wasn't great. Brandon Marsh is the center fielder. He was elite in year one. This was one of the more underrated players in baseball. Year two went back down to earth. Year one, though, almost a 7-win player. He was just a breakout star. Johan Rojas can't hit the ball. Right field, you bring in Victor Robles, who's had two middling seasons. We obviously know he's much better with the glove. Out in right field more than anything. The Nationals, they have a rotation that consists of Mackenzie Gore, who's been mid, Mitchell Parker, who just had a really good year. They're looking at him as possibly the future ace. Josiah Gray, who still has not panned out. Aaron Savale, who's just a placeholder. And Jake Irvin, who was so god-awful last year. The bullpen also does not have too many bright spots. Jose Ferrer here has pitched in over 80 games the last 2 years. Last year he was very good. And then your closer is going to be Caleb Ferguson, who was awful in year one with the Pirates and then saved his career at age 29 last year, picking up 34 saves with the Nationals. He was very, very good. And you're looking at one of the more solid closers in baseball. You sign Alejandro Kirk in the free agent market. He's been okay the last 2 years. We know he's great defensively, but there's not much else that's good about his game anymore. It seems like that one Silver Slugger year he had was a fluke. Jose Miranda, small sample size last season, was great. The year before that, small sample size was awful, so we don't know what we're getting from him. Luis Garcia has been very bad. He's been dreadful, and he's making a ton of money. They've been trying to move away from him. He's getting worse defensively. He's just been so awful. Like, 2024 looked like he'd finally put it all together, was ready for that big jump to that profile we saw in him as a prospect. That's not the case. He looks dreadful. Weston Wilson over at third base got a lot of playing time last year in Arizona and was very good. This was a 3-win player. Now he got paid. 4-year deal with the Nationals to be your everyday third baseman. He can also play a plethora of other positions. Congratulations to him. You've also got Abraham Toro as a placeholder here. Nazim Nunez, actually, never mind. He's got a torn Achilles. He's going to be out for a while. But the past 2 years, he has been your kind of main shortstop. He's been dreadful, both offensively and defensively, surprisingly. Looks like the shortstop's going to be Jose Tina, who had a very nice year last year. Obviously, it wasn't amazing, but there were a lot of things that were getting better about his game. James Wood in left field is becoming a superstar right before our eyes. 135 games last year, 339 average, 945 OPS, almost a 6 WAR. He won the batting title. He's becoming one of the league's brightest stars. Jacob Young out in center field. He is elite defensively. Won a Gold Glove year one, and he also stole 42 bags year two. Only played 64 games, but he was also elite defensively, stole 22 bases. You know what you're getting with Jacob Young. You're getting a ninth hitter, just not a good bat. He'll hit for a lot of doubles and triples, but you have him in your lineup because of the defense and because of the speed. That's why this guy's a major leaguer. And then Stone Garrett rounding out the lineup has been awful. Has not been able to return to that 2023 form that we saw, where he was kind of the best hitter on this team. Moving on to the Cubs. Cubs are pretty good. Justin Steele has been elite ever since the series started. We've gotten like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight years out of him of being this team's ace. Was an all-star year 1. Shota Imanaga's still here. He's been elite the past 2 seasons. He's been an all-star all 3 years of his big league career. Ben Brown broke out last season. Javier Assad is going to be converted back to a starter. After missing all of 2025 with an injury, he became their long reliever last year and was one of the best guys in their bullpen. He's returning to a starting role. And then Sebi Matthews, who started 14 games a year ago, will be getting the go again. He's got about a season's worth of pitching in his career. The ERA and WAR don't look too good, but that's mainly because of how bad his 2024 was. Relievers, you got some guys. Porter Hodge has been disappointing, but then you got your big guy with Jason Adam. That obviously we know a lot about this guy. He's been on our team for the past year and a half. Last year he was elite as our 8th inning guy, 42 holds, and then year 1 he started the year as a closer for San Diego. Then he switches over into it, just seamlessly makes the transition back to a setup man for us and picks up 15 holds or 18 holds to go along with the 25 saves that he had at the beginning of the year. Now he gets the bag. It's a 1-year, $7.3 million deal. They also bring in Tyler Stevenson. You have Victor Caratini as well, who was elite last year. Was terrible year 1 with Houston, but then signed a 3-year deal with the Cubs and put up a 5 WAR. I think he's going to DH. No, Stevenson's going to DH while Caratini is the catcher, most likely. Stevenson was also solid last year, made the All-Star team 2 consecutive seasons. Did not at all deserve it year 1, 599 OPS, but I guess we'll just look past that. Josh Naylor's entering his 2nd year here. He's been very struggling this entire save. He's been very bad. Good defensively, though. Nico Hoerner at second base. We know he's elite defensively. He was with Minnesota last year, and now he's back. Signs a long-term deal back with the Cubs. He was amazing with Minnesota a year ago. Stole 53 bases, 300 average. Put up 7.5 WAR. And yeah, you can tell he got the bag. That's a 6-year, over $120 million. No, 6-year. Yeah, over $120 million deal. Year 1, he was not too shabby either. Was just great defensively, but then last year he put it all together in his 1 lone season with the Twins. Michael Busch is here, and he just had his best year of his career. Moving over to third base, he's had 2 straight 3 WAR seasons on the dot. He's been just very mid, solid. 3 WAR is better than mid. Dansby Swanson's been good. Actually, last year he only hit for power, but year 1 he was elite. Put up 7.5 WAR and won a Silver Slugger. We know how good he is defensively as well. Yeah, he's great defensively. 97 fielding, and he mashes lefties. And then we saw this in year 1. Last year wasn't all bad. He just lost his bat-to-ball skills. Went from a 318 to a 226 average. Left field, Ian Happ, again, similar story. He plays great defense. He's won 3 Gold Gloves in his career. And he's been a good hitter these past 2 seasons. He's been just Ian Happ. He's always in the high 700s for the OPS. Hits for okay average. Hits for good power. or good enough power, plays great defense, steals a few bases. That's what you're getting out of him. Pete Crow Armstrong is not the one we know in real life. He does not hit really at all. He's basically another Jacob Young clone where he's elite defensively, but he's elite with the speed, but he just can't hit. Seiya Suzuki has been great. Last year, only 108 games, but a 956 OPS. This guy just creates runs. 4-win player last season. He's very good entering his age 32 season. Moving on to the Cubs. Hunter Green is here. He's very good. Last year wasn't as good as this 2024-2025 range. Nick Lodolo's been solid. Rhett Lauder just had a nice season. He broke out. Andrew Abbott has gone back and forth between the long reliever and the starting role. Looks like he's going to be your number 4 man here. And then number 5, the Rook Chase Petty, reaching the majors. It'll be him or Brandon Williamson, who has not pitched since 2024, getting the number 5 role. And then the bullpen is just dreadful. Karinchak, Santillan, Ian Gibbo was good in limited time, but other than that, this team is buns, pitching-wise. Ryan Presley is a 65 overall, and he's on this team. Kenyon Middleton is a 61. And then you got Sam Moll, a 74 as your closer. He was really, really good last year, but year 1 had a lot of struggles. So nobody is consistent. Nobody is all that good in this bullpen. For Cincy, Jake Rogers comes in as your catcher. He's been pretty bad with Philly the past 2 years. Good defensively, though. Christian Encarnacion Strand comes back at first base. He had a big turnaround last year after a very bad year 1. -1 WAR. Last year, he was better. Matt McLean, 83 overall. Braves just lost 13-0 against Philly. Yeah, they suck in real life, dude. They're so awful. That's why we're trying to fix them here. Matt McLean, 94 games, 17 home runs, 854 OPS last year. He was back, 3.6 WAR. Finally back to that 2023 form we saw that showed so much potential. We're hoping he can do that for a whole nother full season here in the big 2027. Eimer Candelario still kicking it in one of the worst contracts ever signed. He has been dreadful. Doesn't even hit doubles anymore like he used to. Elly De La Cruz is a certified superstar. The stolen bases have gone way down, but last year he had 12 triples, 33 homers, and a 920 OPS, good for an 8.1 WAR and a Silver Slugger award. He is elite. Spencer Steer out in left field has been pretty bad. Did win a Gold Glove last season, though. Was very good defensively. Stuart Fairchild out in center. He's okay with the bat, very good with the glove. He's been a better hitter than Jacob Young and Pete Crow Armstrong, weirdly enough. And then Reese Hines in right field. Year 1, he was one of the best rookies in baseball. Year 2, really struggled, both offensively and defensively. I expect him to make a rebound, though. The Brewers. Brewers are pretty bad. Tobias Myers, I haven't seen anything out of him. Year 1, year before year 1, he seemed good, but since then he's kind of fallen off. They do sign our guy Chris Sale. He's their ace, their opening day starter. We know how good he was in his 3 years with us, 2 years this save of being really good. They have DL Hall, who's been mid. They have Tyler Mahle, who's been mid. And then your number 5 is Garrett Whitlock, who's been, you guessed it, pretty mid. Jacob Mizorowski, how good is he? Ooh, they haven't called him up yet. The bullpen is okay. You got some good arms. Brian Hudson is your main closer. He was good in the setup role last year, 41 holds, 2.97 ERA. He's going to get bumped up into that closer duties. William Contreras at catcher is just elite. We know how good he was year one. 99 games, a 10-12 OPS, put up 7 WAR in 99 games. Last year he put up a 5.3. He's won the Silver Slugger in the National League for 4 straight seasons. Like, what are we even doing? Every year he's been a Milwaukee Brewer, he's won the Silver Slugger, and he has no signs of slowing down. Christian Yelich makes the move over to first base with Jackson Chourio taking the reins in left field. I think this is good for Yelly. He hasn't been hitting well and just kind of, even though he's still stealing bases and he's still a good athlete, the, the regression is hitting really hard at age 35. He has no business playing the outfield. So obviously it just makes sense for him to move over to first base. Second base is Bryce Turang. Turang, we know he's elite defensively. He's won some gold gloves. He's put up over 4 WAR each the past 2 years while being a mid-bat at best. He does steal a ton of bases as well. Joey Ortiz at third. Last year had a breakout season. 292 average, 3.3 WAR. Very good. We know he's good defensively. That hasn't translated yet. He's been bad. So I don't know what is wrong with his 95 fielding, but it just hasn't kicked in yet. Sam Harden is a 19-year-old rookie who will be playing shortstop for them. Jackson Chourio out in left. He's been good. Year one, he kind of slumped with the average. Year two, he was right back at it. 2.8 WAR, 833 OPS in 105 games was very good. Won a Gold Glove back in 2025 in the outfield. You got Garrett Mitchell and Blake Perkins out in center. Perkins was great last year in limited time. So was Mitchell. 915 OPS, 27 stolen bases. This guy almost put up a 7 WAR. Garrett Mitchell put up almost 7 WAR last season. And then Sal Frelick out in right field has not been good. He is yet to live up to the first round hype, as he has never had an OPS above 700. Moving on to the Pirates. The Pirates are okay. Good pitching staff. We know Paul Skeens is good, but he hasn't been great. Hasn't been great. 3.77 ERA, 3.63. Has not made an all-star team. So Skeens has been underperforming. Jared Jones had a Cy Young level year last year. Mitch Keller was good year one. Year two, he was solid. Johan Oviedo is your number 4. He's been kind of on the same level as Skeens, to be honest. And then Bailey Falter's your number 5. He was decent enough last season. Not a bad rotation. The bullpen, you got Hunter Harvey, who was elite as the closer for Philadelphia last season. Got some other decent arms in here. Obviously, Kevin Ginkel, year one, was the reliever of the year with the Diamondbacks. Kind of fell off since then. He's also injured for 1 to 2 months. David Bednar is your closer. He's been the closer for this team for years now. Not as good as he once was, but year one, he was elite. He's been an all-star 4 out of the last 5 years. So that's pretty good. Joey Bart is back as your catcher. Was much better last year. Spencer Horwitz just got injured. He's going to miss 2 to 3 months, and that's bad because last season he was great. For both years. Year one and year two, he's been a really good hitter. 4-win player last season. Was an all-star year one, too. Spencer Horwitz. How about that? Second base is Thairo Estrada and Jared Triolo. Triolo has been way better, or at least last year he was, 909 OPS. Plays great defense. We know Thairo Estrada is a defensive wizard. That's why he plays. Speaking of defensive wizards being that's why they play, Ke'Bryan Hayes learned how to hit last season. And what do you know? He was a super valuable player. Obviously, he's got that 99 fielding. Bo is back at shortstop. He's been bad this whole save. We know how bad he is defensively. Brian Reynolds is back. He's been good. No all-star teams, but last year put up 3.4 WAR, 28 home runs. Oneil Cruz in center field has been injured a lot both years, but both years he's been Oneil Cruzing it. He's been really good. Put up 4 WAR in less than 100 games last year. And then Dylan Cruz in right field has been reunited with Paul Skeens and is yet to break out. He's been really bad at the big league level so far. Pirates are hoping for a big season this year. The Cardinals have Sonny Gray. Don't know why I said that, because I'm looking at Michael King right now, who had a great first year in St. Louis, got the bag. 5 years, almost 150 million. After putting up a 4 ERA, very strange. Sonny Gray is still very solid. Shelby Miller or Bobby Miller? Bobby Miller is your number 3. Okay, this rotation is kind of bums. Quinn Matthews has not been good yet. Neither has Andre Palante. Your bullpen is... Oh yeah, I forgot. The Cardinals suck. John Curtis is your closer. He was great in your setup role last year. Hoping for him to be a good closer, even though he only has 10 career saves. Ivan Herrera at catcher has been an experiment, and it worked out last year, 1.8 WAR. He's been good defensively. Last year was an all-star, but with the bat, he's nothing super special. Wilson Contreras at first base has been all right. He looks old. He's going into his age 34 season. He's still at 87 overall, but he's just not playing like it. Nolan Gorman was healthy last year and was bad. Yeah, bad defensively. Just can't. Strikes out way too much. Nolan Arenado, he's great. He's probably he is a Hall of Famer, but he's kind of running out of steam. He's been not as bad as 2024, but he's just not playing great defense anymore. Actually, he's playing good defense, but not great. Mason Wynn is turning into a star. Last year, he had his best year, 4 WAR. Brendan Donovan has been good. Dalton Varsho, you just brought in. We know how great he is defensively. That's about it with him. And then Jordan Walker and Alec Burleson are some decent bats. Walker still has not lived up to the hype, which I hate to see. He's awful defensively too. For the Diamondbacks are very good. Corbin Burns, yeah, he's doing his thing. He's been elite the first 2 seasons. No all-star appearances, though. Crazy. Zach Gallen has been doing his thing. Eduardo Rodriguez just had a Cy Young level season. Went 15-3. Eduardo Rodriguez has been killing it with this team, by the way. Ryan Nelson was great. What was this pitching staff? No wonder they won the World Series. And then Brandon Pfaadt was your number 5, and he was not terrible. Bullpen, you bring in Jose Alvarado. You have Miguel Castro, who had a sub-1 ERA as the closer for Toronto last season. All-star. You got Pete Fairbanks, who came over. This is a good bullpen. You also signed Brian Abreu to be your closer. He's been the closer in Houston the past 2 seasons. Last year really struggled. We don't really know why. Catcher Gabriel Moreno. He's been hurt, but he's been good. He had his best seasons with the bat so far in the past 2 years, and we know if he puts it together, he'll be great because of how good defensively he is. Vlad is here. He had an MVP level season last year, put up 5.2 WAR. Ketel Marte is here. He hasn't been as good as his overall suggests he could be, but he's been solid. Jordan Lawler, he's the hot corner. In his first full season last year, he was not particularly good at anything. Offensively, defensively, stealing bases. Did win the World Series MVP, though. Kind of a Jeremy Pena type flashing of future to come World Series for him. Geraldo Perdomo is a defensive first shortstop. He's very good there and at what he does. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. missed all of last season due to injury, but he's back this year. So he missed the World Series campaign. Year one, he was not particularly good. You do also bring in Taylor Ward as a, or I guess Lourdes is the DH. Yeah, Lourdes Ward is the DH, which he's been bad, but he comes over to be like just a depth piece, or not depth piece, like a bottom of the lineup guy. Jake McCarthy's been good, steals a ton of bases, plays good defense, I want to say. Yeah, he's played really good defense last year. 4-win player, 70-67 OPS, not bad. Drew Jones has reached the bigs, not good yet though. And then Corbin Carroll has been, steals bases. Year one he was good. Last year he really slumped though. Last year was a rough year for him. Got the World Series ring though. The Rockies spent money on a terrible pitcher, Jesus Luzardo. They spent $14 million a year for 3 years on this guy. Oh my god. You got Casey Mize you signed as well. Spent $11 million on this guy. You got Robbie Ray. How much you spend on him? $13 million. So Colorado is spending money on very bad pitchers. Ryan Feltner comes back. He's been okay at best. Then year 5 is Mike Soroka, who just lost 17 games. But year 1, he was kind of good. Relievers, Victor Vodnik was a pretty bad closer last year. Just this bullpen is an absolute nightmare. The closer, you do sign Alex Vesia, though, to another bad contract. The Rockies just handing out money to bad pitchers, even though Vesia is a decent, he's a solid closer. He's put up double-digit holds for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight seasons for the Dodgers. That's very solid. Hunter Goodman is still your catcher. He's been just putridly bad. Michael Toglia hits for power. That's it. Adael Amador has been bad. Ryan McMahon has been good. Year 1, this guy was very good. Year 2 was a little bit worse. Year 1, though, 5.5 WAR. Ezequiel Tovar is your shortstop. He has been god-awful with the bat. Thank goodness he plays elite defense. James Colze, 19-year-old, made the majors, played 100 games last year. Was not particularly good. Good defender, though, weirdly enough. He's terrible defensively, but I guess he was good out there and left. Brenton Doyle has been bad with the bat, but we know how good he is defensively. He's struggled with some injuries, too, though. Colorado's just bad. And then Nolan Jones out and right has not been good either. Yeah, these guys stink. The Dodgers are too good. Shohei Ohtani is here. Last year, he was unstoppable. Literally took home every major award. Tyler Glasnow has been elite. Year 1, he won the Cy Young. Roki's been good. Blake Snell has been bad. Blake Snell's been really bad. So not a good contract so far. And then Yoshinobu Yamamoto is your 5. He's been great. Yeah. Relievers, you got some great ones. Evan Phillips. Robert Suarez is still here. He had a great year, a career year last year. You bring in Dustin May, hasn't pitched since 2023. That's nice. Luke Jackson hasn't pitched since year 1, but he was very good. And then Tanner Scott is just insane as your closer. We know how good he is. He's a dog. Will Smith at catcher has not been good. Actually, year 1 he was solid. Year 1 he was an all-star. Put up 4 WAR. Last year, though, really struggled his age 30 season. Pete Alonso at first base, you signed him. He was not good last year. Year one, he was okay. 2 WAR player. Last year was negative, but you sign him. Actually, that's a very manageable 13.6 million a year, 3-year deal. No, 13.6 million a year. Yeah, 3-year deal. Jonathan India is at second base. You sign him. He had a bounce back year last year, 2 WAR. We also got Hai-Sung Kim, who's been bad. Freddie moves over to third. They did this in the lineup, even though third base wasn't a secondary position for him. I bumped his arm up to 53 because he did play a little third base a couple years back, or not a couple, so that'd be a decade ago. But it is what it is. They're the Dodgers. It can't be worse than when they've had Max Muncy at third base for the past few years. He continues to steal 20-plus bases as a 37-year-old, despite the fact that he stole 4, 2, 1, 3, 3 as a rookie. But Freddie's still doing the damn thing. 7 WAR year one. Year two, 4.7. Yeah, that's pretty good. Mookie is here. Mookie was great last year. Year one, he was not. Got injured. Had some troubles. But last year put up 6.5 WAR. He's Mookie. He got better defensively at shortstop. Outfield, Teoscar has been great last year particularly. He was very, very good. He just creates runs. He's that guy. Tommy Edman out in center has been a good platoon player. You bring in Kyle Isbell as well, who was great last year. Then you got some more platoon guys like Pages, who was good in a limited sample, and then Laureano, who was awful. The Padres, Ranger Suarez. Year one as a Padre went well. Brady Singer comes in after a good season. Yeah, he makes the bag. He makes the bag over 100 million spread across 5 seasons. Keeping him in check till he's 35. Musgrove, speaking of almost 35, just had a great year. He's just been so consistent. Honestly, worth the contract. Since 2021, this guy's been great for San Diego. Nick Pivetta is your 4. You're paying him a king's ransom, but he's been elite. And Matt Waldron to be your 5. Hana's been getting rough. Year one, he was nice, really wore off last year. Bullpen could use some help. Jeremiah Estrada is elite, though, in that closer role. He's been a dog. Year one came over as the closer after the deadline, stepped into that closer role, struck out everybody. Yeah, he's been doing the damn thing. Luis Campusano at catcher, he's been bad. You have Ethan Salas, who's hopefully going to step up soon. Lamont Wade at first base was very good last year. 3-win player in 108 games. 19 home runs was a career high for him even. Jake Cronenworth at second, 25 bombs, 742 OPS, 3 WAR, very good. Manny Machado, 724 OPS. He's fallen off. Still good defensively, which is weird. I mean, not weird, but like he's 34, so that's kind of odd. But he was good year one. Xander Bogaerts is here. He's been awful. Terrible contract. Oh, God. They have him till the end of 2033? Wait, 35? 36, and 37, 38. That's till after he's 40. Oh my God. Max Kepler got hurt last year. That was 9 games. Year one, though, he was very good. Very good. Jackson Merrill out in center. He's very good. Year one, very bad. Last year, he was back, though, 5 WAR. Jack Sawinski was great for some reason last year. He's been good both years. What? He's put up 4 WAR 2 years in a row. This is Jack Sawinski. What are we doing? And then Fernando has been elite as well. Just hit 38 bombs, put up 5.3 WAR, Gold Glove, doing his thing. The Giants, Logan Webb, year 1 was elite. Last year, also elite. He, since 2021, has been a top pitcher in baseball. Jordan Hicks has developed into a very nice player. Finally blossomed into the good starter we thought he would be. We know how much potential he showed back when he was a reliever. Hayden Birdsong is bad, but they're hoping he'll come around. He's still just 25. Paul Blackburn as the number 4, making way too much money, but last year was great, so maybe I'm just stupid. And then Kyle Harrison and Zach Littell battling for the 5. Harrison was bad last year. Littell has been great both of the past 2 seasons. Camilo Doval is still here in the bullpen, has been up and down. Jose Leclerc has been good. Randy Rodriguez has been good. And then Ryan Walker has been great. 94 saves over 2 seasons and 2 All-Star appearances. For these Giants, Patrick Bailey will miss the first 2 months of the year, which is truly a shame because we know he's great defensively and he can hit a little bit too. Meanwhile, Sam Huff will be taking over. Sam Huff will be taking over catching duties. He has not been good. Yandy Diaz, you signed to be your first baseman. He has really regressed. He is pretty bad now. Tyler Fitzgerald at second base. Put it all together. Like the past 2 years, he's been good. Year 1, he struggled with injuries. Last year, though, was good. He just is really bad defensively at second. Really bad defensively, probably like a first baseman moving forward. But you have Yandy, who you just paid, so it's weird. Matt Chapman at third base, still doing his... Actually not. Last year was awful. He was, obviously we know he's great defensively, like elite with the glove, but my goodness, his bat is really, really underwhelming. Willy Adames. Willy Adames has been great. He's been an amazing signing for you. Putting up 5 WAR last year. Marco Luciano's a complete bust. Elliot Ramos. He's been solid, very reminiscent of what he's been doing in real life. Just a very solid player. Average at best defensively. You have this Stephen Crawford, who was a rookie, put up 710 OPS, won the Rookie of the Year. Jung-Hoo Lee has been bad. He's looking like a bad contract. And then J.J. Bleday comes over. He's been okay. Still in the Bay Area. For the Orioles, Kyle Bradish. Bradish was great year 1. Last year was not as good, but was still very solid. You have Dylan Cease here as well on a big-time deal. Oh my God, what a deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. It's like $30 million a year. What is 8 times 27.2? That's a $217 million contract he signed after having a 4 ERA and a 2 WAR. But he is working out. Framber Valdez signed a shorter but more expensive deal. 3 years, about $100 million. Year 1, he was elite. Year 1, 2.55 ERA, 5 WAR as a pitcher in this game is crazy. Your number 4 is Grayson Rodriguez, who's finally coming along. And then you got Dean Kremer as your 5, who just put up a 2.7 WAR All-Star appearance. So yeah, I think it's safe to say this team's pretty good. Relievers, Yenier Cano's been good. Brian Baker's been good. And then Felix Bautista as your closer. Year 1, he was weird. Because, he had 51 saves, but his ERA was bad. Struck out a ton of people. Year 2 didn't strike out as many, but he was better at everything else. All-star appearance, but didn't get as many saves. Weird career for Bautista. Rutschman's been... Last year, Rutschman was good. 4.5 WAR. Yeah, Rutschman's been good. Brandon Lau moves over to first base. Last year with or last 2 years with the Dodgers mainly. Has been he's not a great defensive second baseman. So he moves over to first with Jackson Holliday, of course, manning second base after a bounce-up year last year. Still hasn't been good. Jordan Westburg played an all 162 last year. The counting stats look nice, but everything else is kind of lackluster. Gunnar Henderson's been great. Not as good, though. Bad defensively. Very bad defensively. Yeesh. Tyler O'Neill out in left field last year was very good. Year 1 was awful. Tale of 2 seasons for him. Colton Cowser last year was great. 34 home runs, 6 WAR. That'll work in 156 games. And then Adolis Garcia, you bring him in after a bounce-back year last year. And then you also have Heston Kjerstad, who was solid as well. For the Red Sox, Tanner Houck. Okay, this pitching staff stinks. Houck was Houck was solid. Crawford was good. Cutter Crawford had a good year last year. Woodruff has been average, or above average. Montas was terrible. You signed him for, I don't even want it. You gave this guy $17 million? Just had a 5 ERA. I guess the fifth liked him a lot more. You gave him $17 million, though. And then you got Bayo or McKay at the 5. That's kind of bad. Bullpen's decent. Slayton, Alexis Diaz, Paul. You got some good arms here. Paul Sewell's not one of them. Strom had a terrible year as your closer last year, though. 5.07 ERA, negative WAR. Connor Wong is coming along as your catcher. Still not good, but he plays great he's weirdly playing great defense, I should say. Cassius has been good. 885 OPS, 4 WAR last year. All-Star year 1, even though he was worse. Why are there so many of those guys? Actually, year 1, he hit more home runs. Year 2, he was just so much more well-rounded. Reggie at second, he's been good, even though last year he missed half a year. Year 1, though, 6.5 WAR. Last year, if he played the full year, easily would have gotten a 6 WAR. Rafi Big Scoops just hit a 40 home run season, 905 OPS. He's been elite the past 2 years, even though when he does play defense, he plays horribly. They got a mishmash at shortstop. David Hamilton steals bases. That's about it. Garrett Hampson doesn't do much. Marcelo Meyer is still young and raw. And then Trevor Story is just old and garbage. Outfield, Jarren Duran. He's been okay. He's been very much okay. Gold Glove last year. 4 WAR. Ceddanne Rafaela has been not worth his contract. He's been bad. Wilyer Abreu he was good, but he keeps getting injured. Moving on to the Yankees, Max Fried. He's been okay. I mean, by okay, I mean he's been good, but he's had some injuries. Luis Gil's been very solid, very reminiscent of his Rookie of the Year season. Clark Schmidt has been, year 1, he was insane. Year 2, he was just mid. Garrett Cole is your number 4 guy, which is hard to believe. He's on contract for 2 more years. He's still elite, though. He's been your best pitcher. Last year was great. And then Carlos Rodon is your 5. That's insane. Year 1, he was awful, but year 2, he bounced right back. All-star appearance. Bullpen's been doing good things. Ryan Helsley came back last year and was okay. He was not that good, actually. Austin Wells. Wells has been bad. Actually, he won a Gold Glove. He played good defense. That's about it. Rhys Hoskins, you bring him in after a weird 36 home run season last year. At age 32, he put up a career high in home runs. You got Jazz is still around, still kicking it. He was injured for all of last year, and year one he was horrible. So maybe he's not still kicking it. He's still around though. Oswaldo Cabrera's been bad. Anthony Volpe's been bad. Man, the Yankees really fallen off. Jake Fraley out in left. Nothing to really get excited about. Center fielder probably will be Jason Dominguez, right? He played a lot last season, kind of bounced up. And then Judge is the one bright spot. He's so good. Year one, weirdly, came so far back down to earth. Weirdly looked human. Year two was right back to being a god. Hasn't made any all-star teams, though. Weird. Aaron Judge kind of fallen off. Aaron Judge has weirdly fallen off before our eyes. For the Rays, McClanahan's good. Boz is good. Pepio's great. Bradley's not good. Year one he was, but he's not good anymore. And then Joe Boyle, weirdly, was solid. Drew Rasmussen's been solid. As like a long reliever who also pitches 90 games a year, he's been elite, actually. Should this guy be a starter? Should, 2022 is so good. I don't know. Edwin Ucetta's your closer. He's been elite. Last year mainly was elite. Gary Sanchez, a catcher, randomly hit 30 home runs again like it's 2019. 781 OPS was great. He was great last year for no reason. Ryan Mountcastle, you brought him in after he was awful last season. Like, god awful. Okay, he -2 WAR awful. Luis Rengifo's back. He's been very solid. That's about it. Junior Caminero kind of broke out last year, but still wasn't great. Bad defensively. Ha-Sung Kim. Kim was good last year. 6.3 WAR good. My goodness. Jesse Winker. Bad. Or what? Good? That doesn't, he's in a... Good, I guess. Yeah. Harrison Bader. Defensively good. Everything else awful. You also have Lars Nootbaar, who's very good as well. Lars is a dog. Toronto, this is a bad team. Actually, this is a good team. Barrios has been good. Bowden Francis has been good when he plays. John Gray has been awful. Ricky here has been eh. And then your 5 is Bueller, who hasn't really pitched at all. The bullpen's bad. Jojo Romero, you bring him in, who was like the one good reliever in St. Louis last year. Actually, the bullpen's got some pieces. It's just overall not very good. Ryan Burr is your closer. He gets rewarded for the great year he had last year with 23 holds. But the batting is not... Terens, year 1, small sample, good. Year 2, small sample, dreadful. So we don't know what we're getting out of him. Joey Gallo at first base. David Schneider at second. This does not get me excited. Ernie Clement at third. This team hitting-wise is awful. Outside of one player. Andres Jimenez at short. He's elite defensively. He's really good defensively. Just got injured last year. Don't know what else he's good at. Anthony Santander just won the MVP. 48 home runs. Randomly on this team. Because everyone else is garbage. Jonathan Clase comes up. Addison Barger and Wright is not good. So yeah, this team sucks. The pitching is decent enough. The White Sox, you got Griffin Canning. You sign him to a 1-year deal. Last year in a weird, half long reliever, half follower, half starter role was elite. The year before that, in small sample, was good. Bryce Wilson, he's been okay. Jonathan Cannon's been solid. You did draft this guy who could come up at some point, but you got Hagen Smith, who's been bad. How's my boy Hurston Waldrep doing? He was dreadful. He was absolutely dreadful. The White Sox are going to ruin him. Penn Murphy. The bullpen's bad. Adrian Morejon is your closer, who has been dreadful past 2 years with San Diego. Edgar Caro just was an all-star and won Rookie of the Year, so you're hoping he can keep that up. Andrew Vaughn at first base has been dreadful. Lenyn Sosa at second base has been bad. Jason Haynes, the rookie last year, was bad. Brooks Baldwin, you guessed it, he was awful. Austin Hayes in left field immediately ruined him. He's been awful. And Luis Robert Jr. He's been pretty bad. Moving on to the Guardians, Tanner Bybee's had a very good year last year. Did get injured towards the end of the stretch, though. Shane Bieber came back, and he was good last year. Gavin Williams, actually year 1 he was good. Year 2, solid. Joey Cantillo is a starter now. He's garbage, though. Then you've also got Luis Ortiz as your number 5, who's been dreadful. He hasn't really pitched, though. The setup closer duo of Cade Smith and Emmanuel Clase is still by far the best in baseball. This bullpen is the best in baseball. Hunter Gaddis is incredible. Sam Hentges is incredible. Tim Herron is great. All these guys would be closers on other teams. Bo Naylor, a catcher I know, is good defensively. Year 1 was good with the bat, too. 3.7 WAR. David Fry as your first baseman's been okay, not great, not bad, just something. Yeah, this is a weird team because you're so good pitching-wise. Jose Ramirez moves over to second base. Last year was good, but in only 82 games. Year 1 hit 40 bombs, 955 OPS, 7 WAR. So that'll pretty much explain things to you. He's the new second baseman. Travis Bazzana was awful last year, so he's going to take more of a utility guy role. Matt Vierling's your third baseman. He was bad last year and the year before that. C.J. Abrams at shortstop, terrible defensively, but he steals a lot of bases, hits for good average sometimes, hits for good power sometimes, not great at anything else really. Stephen Kwan out in left is very solid, just does Stephen Kwan things, high 700s of the OPS, very good defense, made a couple all-star teams. Lane Thomas out in center field, just had a great year. Wow. Holy Lane Thomas, 5.5 WAR. And then Big Christmas has been dreadful. John Kenzie Noel, negative WAR the past 2 seasons. For the Tigers, they've been bad. Flaherty's been just had a bounce back year. Jackson Jobe was just dreadful. 19 pitching losses and a 6.25 ERA. Matt Manning's been good, as he always is in this game for some reason. As a 78 overall. Lance McCullers Jr. is your 4. He's been bad as mainly a long reliever for Houston. He has made 28 starts over the past 2 years. But yeah, he's been bad for Houston. Reese Olson's been bad. Relievers, Jason Foley's been good. Relievers, you got a mixed bag. Trevor McGill was great as your closer last year. He's been elite. He won the reliever of the year in 2025. Kyle Teal is dreadful as your catcher. He was part of the Parker Meadows trade. Elias Diaz is also bad. Spencer Torkelson at first base looks like he's pretty awful. Yeah, he stinks. Colt Keith also stinks. Kike Hernandez at third stinks. Ramon Urias is like another third, stinks. Trey Sweeney at short, you guessed it, he stinks. Riley Green. Riley Green's been great. Last year was elite, 954 OPS in 122 games. He's just been hurt, put up 6 WAR though. Wensil Perez in center, played a lot last season, was bad. Great defensively though. And then Kerry Carpenter's been very good as well, even though he also has missed some time. Moving on to the Royals, Cole Reagan's very good. Freddie Peralta you just signed to a diabolical deal, even though he has been bad the past 2 years. Alec Marsh, good, great year 1. Year 1 he was elite, year 2 was not. Davis Martin is now on this team. God-awful with the White Sox the past 2 years. And then Kyle Wright is your 5. I remember when Kyle Wright was weirdly like one of the best pitchers in baseball in 2022. 21 pitching wins, 319 ERA. Yeah, he sucks now. Relievers got some good ones, mainly your closer Lucas Erceg, who's compiled 107 saves over the past 2 years. Reliever of the year last year, he was elite. Catcher Freddie Fermin was way better last year. Year 1, we don't talk about it. 101 ABs, he was dreadful. Last year, though, stepped up, 3.4 WAR. He's the reason they traded Salvi to us at the deadline. Vinny Pasquantino had a career year in limited time last year due to injury. Edmundo Sosa is your new second baseman. He's been okay. Michael Massey's your old second baseman. He's been a little bit worse. Michael Garcia has been dreadful. Cannot hit the ball. His batting skills are pitiful. However, fielding, he's not bad. He just won a Gold Glove, which still can't excuse his sub 600 OPS. Bobby Witt Jr. just had a terrible season. 97 overall. He should be entering his prime. He was 25 years old and was just bad for some reason. Year 1, he was pretty good. 8 WAR, but last year he was still bad. Won 3 straight Gold Gloves, though. Made some all-star teams. Schwarber has been good the past 2 years for you. James Outman out in center. Skipped around a few teams, but he's been mid. Good defense makes him solid. You signed Jorge Mateo. You got Nick Castellanos, who you also signed. He's been falling off a cliff. Joey Weimer is good against lefties. And with just a few teams to go, we'll talk about the Twins. Pablo's been bad. Joe has been solid, even though he got hurt last year. Bailey Ober's been good. Bailey Ober just had a breakout year. David Festa as your number 4 was dreadful last year. Or not dreadful, but just not good. Chris Paddock had a nice year last year. He's still got some time left on his contract. Johan Duran pitched in 99 games as your setup man last year, and then Griffin Jax was elite as your closer. They got a great back of the bullpen. And then catcher, you got a couple of guys. Carson Kelly's been solid. K-Bear Ruiz just made an all-star team. And then Juan Yepes. You also have Salvador Perez on this team, who's going to play first, who's going to be mainly like a first base DH guy, though. I don't see him playing much catcher. With split between Kansas City and us last year, he was very solid. Gleyber Torres, second. Last year played an all 162, 805 OPS, was good. He was very good. Royce Lewis over at third was also good. Not good defensively, though. Correa's been solid. Correa's been very good. 5+ WAR both seasons. Left field is Jake Bowers, who was just kind of good with the White Sox, weirdly, both offensively and defensively. Byron Buxton had a fall-off year last year. 29 home runs still, but just the average was at 215, very ugly. Still elite defensively, though. Matt Wallner out in right. Just hit 37 bombs and had a 979 OPS. In 124 games, one of the best hitters in baseball. Year 1, he was good but not great. Just put up a 5.3 WAR, won a Gold Glove. Matt Wallner is all of a sudden one of the best players in baseball. Houston, Hunter Brown finally looked good last year. Christian Javier, dreadful. Spencer Arrighetti, dreadful. Hayden Wesneski, hasn't really played. And then Ronel Blanco, dreadful. And JP France, not great either. This team stinks. Like, this is my favorite team, but okay, they got some decent bullpen arms. Never mind. This is just an awful team. What is MLB The Show, like, even Hater is horrible. What has MLB The Show done to my squad? Yiner's been bad. Christian Walker is here. He's been a solid bat, just hit 33 home runs. He wins the Gold Glove every year. Altuve, still playing great. The rating is down to a 72, but he's still playing so good. He seems like he's the everyday DH. Isaac Paredes has been not great, not bad, just not good. Jeremy Pena at short. has been awful. Can't hit the ball. Cannot hit the ball. Hasn't even been playing good defense. You got to think they're letting him go to free agency this offseason. Yordan Alvarez has been MVP level, especially last year, had it robbed of him. Won the Hank Aaron, won everything else, just didn't win the MVP. Jake Myers put up a 557 OPS in 128 games. He's played over 200 games and has a 550 OPS. He is so bad with the bat, but so they're paying him $11 million. Oh my God, bro! What is this team? We do know about the Tucker deal. They brought him back on a 9-year, $300+ million deal, which has paid off. In his year back with Houston, he was very good, just dreadful defensively, weirdly. The Angels are a team I'm interested in because they did pay Zach Eflin an absolutely ungodly 6-year, $150 million deal to be not great. I mean, good, but not great. Jose Soriano's been good. Very good. Reed Detmers has been awful. George Klassen has not played, but when he has, he's been awful. And then you have Yusei Kikuchi, who's been dreadful on this bad deal. And then Royber Salinas is a guy we traded over to them. And in a time split between the rotation and a long reliever role last year was not bad. Not bad at all. Bullpen, Ben Joyce is bad. Justin Martinez, your closer, is bad. Logan O'Hoppy's been bad. Yeah, really bad. Nolan Shamuel has not played. Like, he's been hurt so much. Owen Miller was good in a small sample last year. Maybe he's got something there at second base. You bring in Max Muncy to be your, like, I'm assuming, like, DH. No, third baseman. Wow. Okay. Not going to ask questions. He was good last year with the Dodgers, though. So maybe there's something there. He just can't play defense. Zach Neto had a career year last year. He's just kind of creeping up, getting constantly better and better, even though he's been hurt quite a bit the past 2 seasons. Richie Palacios, you sign out in left field. He's not been good. But he can steal bases, and, he's a slap hitter. You'll, see what you have in him. Joe Adell just can't hit for average. That's the thing. He's awful. Can't play defense either. You got Mike Trout here, who's been great. Healthy for the most part in year 1. Year 2, struggled with some injuries. But he's still been good. He even won a Gold Glove in 2025. Good for him. And then on to the final few teams. The A's. Luis Severino has been a Cy Young level pitcher each of the past 2 years. Go figure. That this awful contract, where they gave him $25 million a year for 3 years, would actually pay off. Joey Estes has been awful. Mitch Spence hasn't really played. Luis Garcia, they just signed for a diabolical amount of money, even though he hasn't really played. Then you got Patrick Sandoval, who you also signed for a lot of money. He's been bad with Boston. And JP Sears. Sears has been kind of good. Sears is kind of breaking out. Jeffrey Springs had a good year 1, bad year 2. The bullpen, Andrew Kittredge at 36 years old, is still an elite reliever. Great setup, man. And Mason Miller is a great closer. Jay Langoliers at catcher has been pretty bad. Like, look at him and it's like, good defensively, weird. Bad with the bat, also weird. Year 1, he wasn't terrible, but year 2, he's been bad. Hasn't played over 100 games either because he's been hurt. Luis Ariz played in 161 last year. After a dreadful year 1, he was back. 790 OPS, 3.3 WAR. Negative 2.9 WAR year 1, though, is diabolical. Zach Geloff at second base had a breakout year last year, 4 WAR. He hits well against righties, cannot hit a lefty to save his life. Max Schumann at third, he's been bad. Yohan Moncada's been bad. Shortstop, you signed Willie Castro. He had a great year last year. Dreadful defensively, though. Jeez Louise. 29 errors. But 38 doubles, 21 homers, 786 OPS isn't terrible. We've also got Jacob Wilson, who just hasn't panned out like he has in real life. Brian De La Cruz, we traded, he was diabolical with us, so we traded him over to these guys. They kind of fixed him. .4 WAR. Never mind, he's been pretty bad. Center field, Cedric Mullins is a guy they got. He's been good. He's been solid. The defense getting a little bit worse. With age, Brent Rooker's been great. 43 homers when he was healthy year 1. Year 2 was on pace for that literal same amount, but he got injured halfway through. And then on to the final two teams, the Mariners. We just played these guys. They signed Skubal to an insane deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, $360 million deal. He deserves this. He's been so good. In the Cy Young talks every year. Strikeouts were way, way down for some reason last year. Walks were way up. Or no, walks were back down. Weird year, but still elite. 2.56 ERA. One of the best pitchers in baseball. So is Logan Gilbert. Only pitched 6 starts last year, but year 1 was Cy Young level elite. George Kirby is also a 90 plus. What is this 1, 2, 3? Even though Kirby has not been that good, hasn't pitched great, but he's still good. Bryce Miller has been very good. And then your number 5, Brian Wu, has been elite. 3 straight years of sub-3 ERA. Year 1 and year 2, both great. And Luis Castillo is somehow in your bullpen, making $21 million a year after a 4 ERA. They're just like, oh, you're the long reliever. We're signing Tariq Skubal. Okay. The bullpen's elite. The pitching for the Mariners is so good. Andres Munoz, though, did have a bad year as your closer last year. You're hoping he'll bounce back. And then the bats aren't bad either. The Mariners are great. Cal Raleigh just hit 43 home runs. We know how good he is in real life. Put up 5.3 WAR. Plays great defense. Luke Raley just had an elite year at first base. 35 home runs, 100 RBIs. Like, what? Injured in year 1. Only 15 games, but last year was elite. Jose Caballero, you got last year. He's been dreadful, but you're hoping he'll be better. Ryan Bliss has been okay. Steals bases, that's about it. You got Walter Kobayashi, who's a good prospect. Hasn't really panned out yet, though. You sign Alec Bohm to a 4-year, $81 million deal. He had a rough year last season, but it wasn't too bad. Still a 2.6 WAR. J.P. Crawford is back at shortstop. Great year last year. 835 OPS, 5 WAR. Year 1, he put up a 4.3. He's very good, making a decent bit of money. Randy out in left field is still very solid. Had a better year last year, still making a lot of money. Julio Rodriguez, he's been good when he plays. He's missed about 40-something games for each of the past 2 years, but above 4 WAR, great defense and both, good hitting. Trent Grisham's your right fielder. He's been awful. Sub 200 batting average for 5 straight seasons, and he's still making money to be a starter. What? I forgot Trent Grisham was this bad, man. 2020 and 2021, this guy looks so good. But he just cannot put the bat to the ball against righties, man. That's dreadful. Not even that elite defensively anymore. Yeah, and then the final team we're talking about is the Texas Rangers. You signed Nasty Nestor, who had a great 2-year run with the Brewers, so you bring him in for 3 years, $28 million a year. He better be good. Cody Bradford's been elite. He's been your ace the past 2 seasons. He's going to cost a pretty penny in a few years. John Means business. Sub-3 ERA, an all-star appearance the past 2 years. Got paid. Kumar Rocker he had a good year last year. Nathan Eovaldi and Herman Marquez round out the rotation. Eovaldi had a great year 1, year 2 not so much. In the bullpen, Robert Garcia wasn't a terrible closer last year. 30 saves. Year 1, he was a good setup with 29 holds. But your closer is Jeff Hoffman. You trade for him at the deadline. Got 45 saves last year. He's been all-star. He's been very good. Catcher's pretty diabolical. Joe Mack never played. 68 overall. Jake Berger had a good year last year, weirdly. Year one, he was awful. 55 games, he was terrible, but he seems to be back. Marcus Semien, also, he's falling off. Semien isn't as good as he once was. Still super good defensively. Won a Gold Glove at 35 years old last season. But he's just so old. And you got to think, like, this guy still has 2 more years of team control on his contract. Maybe a guy they tried to move on from. Josh Young mashes lefties, and that's kind of present because he's just average, because most pitchers in baseball are righties. Corey Seager at shortstop has been elite. Doing Corey Seager things, 5.8, 5.1 for the WAR. All-Star Silver Slugger last season at age 31. Still on the contract for 5 more years. Josh Smith out in left field's been bad. Evan Carter's been platooning with him, been better. Evan Carter's been solid. Just can't hit lefties. Wyatt Langford out in center field. He's been okay. Bat-to-ball skills have left a lot to be desired. Good defensively, so he's around a 4-win player every year. Year one was an all-star, not very deserving, though. 30 stolen bases, I guess. Leody Taveras can't stop getting injured. And Ezekiel Duran out in right field for this season to replace Adolis Garcia. So that ends my hour-plus long recap of how everyone in the league has been doing. And we're just going to start playing games. Who goes down? Do I have an extra pitcher on my roster? An extra batter. Oh, Stroman. I forgot. I signed Marcus Stroman to a $1.8 million deal. He has not pitched in years. So I would send him down to triple, but oof. Who goes down? Holmes? Yeah. It's going to be Holmes. Grant Holmes, hate to say it, but he's going down to AAA. 30 years old. Just don't know what we're going to do with this guy. He's going to be in arbitration until he's 34. I think he's probably somebody we're looking to get rid of, to be honest. Pitching rotation, it means we throw Marcus Stroman in there. Actually, I think I kind of want to send down Dylan Lee. Yeah, send Dylan Lee to AAA. Bring up Grant Holmes. Holmes is the long reliever. Move Kopech into the middle. And then we just keep on moving. Rodolfo Castro is out for a few days. Yes, we want to stop simulating. That means we call up a minor leaguer. Is it Drake Baldwin? Is it Casey Schmidt? Casey Schmidt's that good bat against lefties that we kind of are missing. Anthony Rendon should be in AAA. I kind of want to make him the call-up, to be honest, just for fun. We're paying him only $2.8 mil. Last year put up negative 2.7 WAR. That is so funny. Oh my god. Shortstop, Nacho? Does Nacho have a chance? I mean, he's been kind of good. Maybe we give him a shot. Tyrese Turner, how's he been? He's been bad down there. Eloy? Eloy is such a good hitter, but he's just not a good defender or anything else. Eli White. He's a pinch runner. And you also got a guy like Shelby Sutton, who could come up at some point. George Springer as well. Yeah, I think the obvious call-up is Casey Schmidt. We'll promote him up to the big leagues. Put up a 955 OPS in like 50 games last year. So that's just pretty obvious. He slots over to be the shortstop, and he will bat eighth. All right, we got a chance here. Lawrence Butler digs in. Just a few games through the year, we're already second in batting and first in pitching. Here comes Lawrence Butler against Bennett Sousa. And the Yankees. Butler on the ground, it gets through. Acuna to second. Butler reaches first. We'll bring up Austin Riley. We remember his opening day heroics. And we know how good he is against left-handed pitching. Riley hits that one. The stolen base attempt erases the double play, but it will advance the runners. They'll bring up Matt Olson, who also hits well against lefties. And they will intentionally walk Olson to get to Michael Harris, who has good bat-to-ball skills. His contact against lefties is good. It's this one on the ground to first base. That might be two. It is. That ends the inning. Nothing for Atlanta here in the eighth. And the Yankees do hold on to get the win. Schwelly gave up a lot of hits. Just got really batted around. Could have been way worse than it was. We are 4-3 right now. All right. So the game is tied right now at 0-0. Jose Trevino is our only hope, and we can't pinch hit for him because we don't have any other catchers on the roster. Trevino fouls it away, and if Trevino gets out, then that would mean that we would go to extra innings with nobody at the sixth catcher. Trevino hits this one up the middle. Runs way home, and it will score. Jose Trevino walks it off. Lawrence Butler scores to win it 1-0. Very clutch single by Trevino. Spencer Strider goes 7 scoreless. Devin Williams with the win. Trevino actually 2 for 4. Profar is now hurt. Well, that's not good. Through 11 games, he was playing okay. Wasn't bad, but certainly wasn't great. Taking a quick look at guys like Tyrese Turner. Eloy Jimenez could definitely be the guy to come up. Not Eli White. Not Kilpatrick. Not Shelby Sutton. Springer is killing it. 7 at-bats. He's got a home run. I mean, we might just bring up Drake Baldwin because Trevino has been dreadful. Like, Drake Baldwin might have to be the call-up. He's been horrible. How about Chadwick Tromp? We need a catcher. We just need another catcher. LeBlanc. LeBlanc's been solid down there. Rendon's been solid. Hold up. Nacho's been okay. Tyrese Turner we already looked at. Okay, so I think we need to make a trade. Bring in another catcher. I think it's got to be from the Twins, right? Like, they have so many catchers. Like, you got Salvador Perez, who's not even playing. You got Carson Kelly, who hasn't played yet. You got Keibert Ruiz. Carson Kelly has not played yet. Oh, he's a free agent. I think I want to trade for Diego Cartaya. Give up one of my starters, Grant Holmes. Never mind. I don't want to give up Vines. Don't want to give up Stroman. Don't want to give up you. Obviously, all of these guys are off limits. So many good pitchers. Don't want to give up Dylan Lee. Kopech. Dylan Lee. Oh, what about Jacob Junis? I could just give you Jacob Junis. And I'll give you Luka Tresh. That's a done deal. Boom. I don't even remember who we just gave up. Oh, it was Jacob Junis. I gave them Jacob Junis, and I got Diego Cartaya, who is going to be our big league catcher, or one of our big league catchers. How can I move Sean Murphy to the IL? Alright, whatever. This is the team. Who comes in for Profar as like that DH bat? I'm thinking Kelenic. Schmidt's been good doing his thing. I think Kelenic's the obvious pick. And I think he is the DH. Who's bad defensively? We don't have anyone bad at defense that's good at hitting. It's weird. All right, so yeah, I guess Kelenic becomes the DH. Hits 8th. Colson Montgomery is batting .600 this season. 12 for 20. Yeah, we like that. And then against lefties, we need a batter as well. I think Cartaya. That's Trevino. Let's do Cartaya. Cartaya DHs, just let him play a bit. We need somebody who hits better against lefties. Boom. That'll work. Alright, we'll just keep on simming. Diego Cartaya out for a day or two. Great. That means we're okay, so Rodolfo Castro is back. That means that we just go to the lineups. And here Rodolfo Castro slots in at DH, which is just perfect. Trevino, 479 OPS. That's so bad. Cartaya had one at-bat and he got hurt. Bryce Elder is back. Now what do we do? Bro, Vines is so good. Hold up. I need to fix my AAA rotation. Make sure my best pitchers are in the rotation. Like, Vines should not be the closer. Why is Emil De Los Santos the starter? What is going on? Yes, this is perfect. And then in the bullpen, I want Dylan Lee closing. And then this, Double A. Owen Murphy. Instead of you. and then I'll have you as my closer. And the new rotation becomes Murphy, Mejia, Braun, Friedenberg, Zapata. Alright, perfect. Oh, we have 27 people on our roster. That's right, we gotta send somebody down. Is it gonna be Elder, or is it gonna be Holmes? Or is it gonna be someone else? Montgomery? Stroman has been crazy good. Lopez has been Lopez. Schwelly's been great. Strider's been good. Who goes down? Kopech's been great. Stanik's been great. Mentor, Santana, Jimenez been bad actually. Alright. Does Elder go down? Yeah, I think Bryce Elder is just gonna have like a rehab assignment type thing at AAA. We know we'll have a ton of injuries, so he'll come back at some point. So will Vines, so will Lee, so will all these other guys. And we'll all get to play at some point because we're going to have a ton of injuries. We've had that the past few years. We're getting that right now with the bats mainly. All of these checks is swing. And pitch right down the middle. Nice. Top of the 8th, Braves down by 1 with 2 on and 1 out. Good take by Ozzie. Evens the count. Again, all these. He's really clutch. Hits that one down the line fair. Runner heads home. He will be safe at the plate. Matt Olson goes second to home. And Ozzie Albies with an RBI game-time double brings up Colson Montgomery, who's batting .450 this season. Montgomery down the line is picked for an easy out by Torkelson. Here comes Jared Kelnick for DH. And they walk in. So they intentionally walk Kelnick to get to Trevino. Of course they do. And we don't have any catchers on the bench. So Trevino must clutch up yet again. Trevino, that one gets down. Probably going to score a couple. And it will. So Trevino
now batting the right fielder, Ronald Jr.
Braves take the lead. So our terrible catcher comes in clutch. AJ Hinch going to go to the bullpen, bring in Jason Foley. As the lineup card turns over with Ronald Acuna at the bat. Acuna hits this one high and deep to center. But it's going to be just a can of corn. So that'll do it for the Braves here in the 8th inning. But with 2 runs of run support and Devin Williams on the mound, we should be able to get the win. Right? We do. Devin Williams closes it out. AJ Minter gets the win. And the Braves, off of 12 hits, are able to seal this game. All their scoring came in the 8th inning. All right, we got another very similar opportunity here. Kiner Falefa on first, Harris on second, Acuna at the bat. We are the 10th best hitting team and the best pitching team. We're up against closer Trevor McGill, who's been elite the past 2 years. He's got a Reliever of the Year award under his belt. He's really blossomed into a top player in baseball. We foul that one away. Acuna with 2 straight fouls brings it to 0-2. Acuna down the line. There'll be 1 out at third, and that ends the game. The double play ground ball by Acuna ends the game. Joe Jimenez has been kind of awful. He might not have been the right pick to bring back between him and Jason Adams. Bryce Elder's injured down at AAA. We are down here against the Brewers again, who are the worst batting team in baseball. And makes sense because we're down 1-0. Here's Michael Harris against a lefty. Hopefully this means good things. Swing, and a miss at the cutter outside. Harris was fooled. Problem is his clutch isn't very good. Harris hits that one right at the first baseman for the easy out. They'll bring up Colson Montgomery against a lefty with a lefty out. Montgomery, yeah, he hit it, pops it up. And that will be out number 3 in the 8th inning. Brewers still lead 1-0. And they do get the win. The Brewers with a 1-0 victory. Jordan Montgomery with a decent start. Just Tyler Mahle and the rest of the Brewers pitching staff was a bit better. All right, so Diego Cartaya is back. Oh, Trevino's been so bad. He's been so bad. Anyone like we can send down? Not really. I want to send Murphy to the IL, but I can't. He's out for 2 to 3 more weeks. So I think we just keep on rolling with what we have here. Oh, Cartaya needs to be down. So Diego Cartaya goes down to triple. We've lost several in a row. Here we are trying not to get swept by the Brewers. It'll bring up Acuna against Brian Hudson. He fucking pops it up. That'll be out number 1 of the inning. So with the runner on second, just wasted one of our outs. Here on City Connect tonight, Matt Olson did him. Weirdly has not hit a home run since opening day. He's hitting .299, just hasn't shown any of that trademark Matt Olson power. Never mind. Absolutely rocks this one for the walk-off home run. Matt Olson takes Brian Hudson deep for the game-winning bomb. Lawrence Butler, Ronald Acuna, also with home runs in this one. Well, meanwhile, on the other side, Jefferson Caro giving William Contreras a rare day off with a home run. We continue to play well here through the coming months, mainly the pitching. We're getting a lot of low-scoring games. All right, let's take a look at the team. 30 games, what? Yeah, we're 32 games through. Trevino's played in all 32, of course. He's been dreadful. Good defensively, though. So is Olson. He's been solid. Only 2 home runs in 32 games for him, though. He's so out of character. Ozzy Albies has been meh. Not really putting good bat-to-ball skills. Casey Schmidt in 12 games has been pretty bad. Austin Riley has been dreadful. Colson's been great. Colson's killing it. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa in a small sample's been solid. Rodolfo Castro has been dreadful. A very small sample. Butler's been bad. Kelenic's been bad. Profar's been hurt. Harris has been good to start the year, which is scary for teams because he's usually dreadful and then picks it up towards the end. And then right back to Acuna, who, as we said, has been very good. 10 stolen bases already, age 29. Meanwhile, the pitching, Strider's been Strider. You know, he's striking out a decent many guys, winning games, just not... ERA isn't as good as Schwellenbach, who after year 1 I thought was going to be awful. Boy, was I wrong. He has been elite these past 2 seasons. So glad we got him locked up on the 15 mil because of how expensive pitchers are. Reynaldo Lopez has been the expensive pitcher this offseason. He's 33 and he's still pitching great. Jordan Montgomery, 2.57 ERA at 34 years old. He's killing it. Grant Holmes, long reliever, has been awful. Marcus Stroman has been elite. We're going to call... Yeah, we're going to make a change. We're going to call up Bryce Elder. Grant Holmes going down to AAA. Darius Vines is also so good at AAA. Bro, what am I going to do? Drew Hackenberg needs to get to play at some point as well. Relievers, Chris Bubich has been great. Joe Jimenez has been bad. AJ Minter has been elite. Dennis Santana's getting rocked. Michael Kopech's not great. Ryan Stanek's been good. I just want to get rid of Kopech, man. He's got at least 5 years of MLB service, so I can't get rid of him. It is what it is. And Devin Williams has been good as well, doing his thing as our closer. We are sitting atop the division here after April. We head into May. Sean Murphy is back. That's huge. So now, we also did have Isaiah kind of Falefa hurt. Maybe that means Anthony Rendon comes up. Nacho is hurt. He'd probably be the main call-up. Tyrese Turner heating up down there. He might be the guy. He could play a lot of positions. Eloy has been stone cold. Eli has been bad. Kirkpatrick's back. Shelby Sutton? Ooh. Shelby's kind of killing it down there. He's getting worse, though, at 21 years old. Only D potential. But, like, he could be the easy call-up. George Springer's been good down there. He's just regressing so much. Matt Mervis has been good. Whatever do I do? I think Shelby Sutton's kind of earned the call-up. Welcome to the big leagues. 21-year-old Shelby Sutton, drafted in the 4th round last year. Turned out to be really good right away, and he's in the majors. Hits for good power against righties. Might just be the guy we're missing in this lineup. Sean Murphy slots in as that number 9 hitter. He's been dreadful as expected. Kalanick's the DH, and then against lefties, 45-73. Yeah, I still like Murphy here against lefties. Schmidt, and then Sutton's on the bench. That's fine. Yeah, this is a good lineup. I'm liking this group to take us through the next few months. Acuna is hurt. That's bad. We did just win, so that means we call up somebody else. Would be a Nacho. Maybe a Tyrese Turner? Yeah, I think Tyrese Turner's getting the call. Welcome back to the bigs, my boy. So now we have a huge vacancy in the lineup. Need a right fielder. Think Shelby Sutton's that guy. Yeah, 4 at-bats so far in his big league career. He's looking good. He's regressing at 21, which is weird. But we do not care. Bad arm out there in left. And right, I think we'll have him in left, Butler, and right. For now. You know, Butler, like, his main position was right field. Just changed it to left this year. He'll be fine. In the lineup, Harris is the new leadoff hitter. Harris, Butler, Riley, Olsen, Albies, Montgomery, Kalanick, Sutton, and Murphy. And then here against the lefties, who do I want? Do I want Trevino? Do I seriously want Trevino? No, he's awful. He sucks. Do Tyrese Turner. Can't play right, so we'll do him in left, and then similar thing. We'll have Harris, Albies, Riley, Olsen, Butler, Castro, Schmidt, Murphy, and Turner. That'll be the lineup for the days that Acuna is injured. All right, Casey Schmidt with the chance to walk things off. We don't hit for power, which is very weird. We hit so many home runs last year. We haven't been doing well this year. Casey Schmidt against a righty, don't like that. Instead, I want Olsen.
Pinch hitting for the Braves.
So Montgomery's going to pinch hit.
Montgomery.
We're in the bottom of the ninth with a chance. Fouls that one away. Good take there from Olsen. It's 1-1. Up against the Pirates. Colin Hildeman on the mound. Swing and a miss. Montgomery chases the sinker down below the zone. Should have picked somebody with better clutch. I didn't really think about that. Montgomery hits that one. Could go up the middle. It's not going to be the double play. It is. What in the world? Montgomery is so slow. Elders pitched 6 innings of no-run baseball. What a goat. Pirates won 3-1. Elder goes 6 1/3, gives up a run out of relief. I'm assuming that means somebody got hurt. Not Jacob Wallace. Trainer Falefa's back. That means we got to send one of these fellers down. Adolfo Castro's so bad. Like, why? He's supposed to be insane against lefties. Why is he bad? Anyways, IKF is back. Tyrese Turner's been bad. Shelby Sutton's been good. I think this is an obvious Tyrese Turner back down to AAA. There's a decent little stretch for him. Means against lefties, we need a new guy. Where's IKF? Is he here? Why is he in the game? Should be not. I guess Montgomery's going to play every day. Oh, Schmidt. Schmidt? Huh. Yeah, no, Montgomery's not going to play. It's going to be... Kalanick's been bad. I don't want to reward him. I don't like Trevino and Murphy hitting in the same lineup because they both stink. I refuse to do that. How about Shelby Sutton? He's been solid enough. We'll make this little switch. Have Schmidt at short, have Sutton at ninth. 27-17, playing quite well. We lose. We blow the game. Nacho is still hurt. Schwellenbach is out for a month or two. That's bad. Oh no. Okay, we got people back. Okay, so I have, how many pitchers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I only have 12 pitchers. I need to call a pitcher. And it's going to be a starter. Not Grant Holmes because he's been bad. But Darius Vines. So Vines is coming up. I think Elder becomes the 5-man. Strider's been bad. Okay, our pitching's been a little worse lately. Montgomery's been good. Stroman's gotten worse, though. Elder's in. Vines in the long reliever. Bullpen is still good aside from Kopech, who's sneaky. I'm just going to trade away Kopech. I don't want him. Rockies need him. Give him to the Rockies. Let the Rockies take him. Give me someone interesting. Ooh. Greg Jones. He was bad last year, but like he's a project for sure. I feel like he's just another Eli White. Never mind. Dean, no. Condon. Now this would be fun. Give me him. What about TJ Schofield Sam? Why do I feel like Brendan Malone was on this team like 5 seconds ago? Zach here played in the bigs. Adrian Ludwig or Arden. Can't read. Sterling Thompson. Anderson Cato. You'll make that deal. Oof. Dylan Jorge has been... Seems like he could be something. Selvis, you said you might do. Give me Jose Torres and Greg Jones, and then I'll throw in Ethan here. Boom, done deal. We just got some players. Greg Jones, don't want him on the 40-man. Where's the other guy? Jose Torres. Put him in double. Okay. And we also need to send down one more hitter. Right? Anyways, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We need to send down 2 hitters. Shelby's been good. I don't want to send him down. I don't want to send either of these guys. Kelnick's been bad. One of these has to go down. Castro, IKF. I'm going to send out Montgomery. And Schmidt. Yeah, Schmidt's going down. Castro. You guys hit well against lefties. IKF. I know we're paying him so much, but he's gotta go down. And then pitchers, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need to bring up a pitcher. Jose Hernandez, I think, has deserved the call-up. Bring him up. We already got rid of one of our Rule 5 picks. Why not bring in, see what we have in the other. Vines is here. Yeah, this will work. This will work for sure. Taking a look at the lineups. Obviously, we want Butler back in over Kelenic. Don't want Kelenic. We don't want any of these guys playing. I feel like this is the correct order, not order, but correct positions. It's going to be Acuna, then it's going to be Harris. Dang, Butler's been so bad. Acuna, Butler, Riley, Olsen. He's been bad too. Riley, Olson, Harris, Profar. Oh no. Albies, Profar, Montgomery, Murphy. Then against lefties, we're here with the whole gang as well. It's going to be Acuna, Albies, Riley, Olson. No, Acuna, Harris, Riley, Olson, Albies, Butler, Castro, Butler, Profar, Castro, Murphy. Boom. Rotation, Strider, Lopez, Montgomery, Stroman, Elder. Bullpen, Vines, Minter, Santana, Stanek, Fernandez, Bubich, Jimenez, and Williams. On Bubich, Pitchmore. Alright, batting opportunity with the worst hitter in baseball, Sean Murphy. We are second in pitching, 14th in batting. I think we trade for a big bat at the deadline. Here's Sean Murphy, who's getting a hit about a tenth of the time. On the ground, way over. Good lord. Jojo Romero pitching. Came over from the Cardinals, free agency. Murphy right on this one. With PCI just a bit late. It's now 0-2. Murphy fouls it off again. Still 0-2. Murphy hits this one. It's a base knock. One run's going to score. Another one headed home. And it's a 2 RBI double for Sean Murphy, which brings in the tying and go-ahead runs. That is our catcher.
Now pitching for the Blue
For some reason, I always get clutch moments with the catcher.
Number
Here's
61.
Butler batting leadoff.
Jake
I think Acuna's in the off day.
Lopez.
Oh, Christ.
0-1.
Butler having a dreadful season this year, which is not good because we just paid him. That's a base hit, though. Runner heads home. The throw to the plate is offline, and Lawrence Butler has an RBI in the power swing. They'll bring up Jurickson Profar with one away.
Runner, yes.
Butler steals. He's safely into second base with the stolen base. So Lawrence Butler, with his fourth of the season, erases the double play. They'll bring up Profar, the designated hitter, who's 0 for 3. Fouls away the sinker. A little bit on top of it. Actually, a decent bit on top of it. Please. Fouls away the sinker again. And you guessed it. A little bit on top of it. 1-2. And he swings right through that one. Bad decision. Profar 0 for 4 today, down on strikes. Here comes Acuna, who's not doing an off day, but for whatever reason is hitting third. Acuna batting .322 this season. He's been great. Swing and a miss. Second straight pitch where a Brave has swung at a diabolically bad slider way outside the zone. Good take there by Acuna. It's now 1-1. We got a packed stadium here at the Rogers Center. As the Blue Jays led going into this inning. Jesus, the slider is like messing me up so bad. 1-2 to Acuna. There's a good take. The sinker barely touches the zone.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Is called a ball, of course. 2-2. Acuna hits this one back to the pitcher, Jake Cousins, who takes his time to throw back to first in time. 4-2 Atlanta going into the bottom half of the eighth. The Braves do get the win. They get some more insurance with a Matt Olson double and Ozzie Albies home run. Olson and Albies each had one of those, double and homer. Montgomery 2 for 4, Butler 1 for 4. As we are 31-19. We win. We win again. Here we are in the bottom of the 10th trying to get a walk-off. The bats are getting better, up to top 10 at 8th in the MLB. We are facing the Kansas City Royals now, as Colson Montgomery hits against a lefty. We don't like that.
Nope.
Good take there by
That's inside.
Montgomery. It's 1-0, but we're hoping to pinch hit with Rodolfo Castro. Exactly the type of situation we
Pinch
want.
hitting for the Braves. Number
Castro
30,
kills
Rodolfo
lefties. Runners on first and second.
Castro.
Oh my god, he crushed that, but it's foul. He does only have 44 clutch. That's one thing I don't like about him. Castro hits this one well in the center. It won't drop, though, as he is retired. What are we doing? Wait, wow. Sometimes I get this game. We do get the loss because of it. Devin Williams goes 2 1/3. Why? Harris had a homer, Acuna had a homer, but other than that, it was not a very good game for us. Only 3 hits. Here we are with Lawrence Butler at the plate, up to 11th in baseball in home runs. We are 2nd in ERA, pitching-wise, up against the 3rd best pitching team, the San Francisco Giants. Down to our final out against one of the best closers in baseball. Certainly don't like our odds here. Butler fouls it off. 97 from Walker. Butler's been clutch this season for us, despite his 219 overall average. It's this one very weakly to Walker. Pitiful for the final out of the 8th inning. Wait, why is Walker pitching 8th? What? Am I stupid? Jose Leclerc comes in to close it? What is going on? Anyways, runner on first. Matt Olson can hit another walk-off home run here if he likes. Fouls away the circle change. And moved my PC on quick. Olson jams a foul. 0-2 to Matt Olson. Leclerc delivers. The fastball at 96 is foul. Not foul, but out of the zone. League leaders in saves. You see the guys up there. Tanner Scott leads the National League, but not far behind is our guy, Devin Williams. Olson hits that one up the middle. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, so runner on first, now 1 out because we're stupid. So it's just as if Olson would have struck out. Harris on the ground. That would have scored the game time run. Runners on first and second now with 1 away. That will bring up the 6th hitter, Ozzy Albies. Extremely clutch. Albies hits this one high and deep into right field. It is caught, crashing into the wall. Runner tags up to third. 2 away now. The tying run just 90 feet away. And it brings up the 7th hitter, Jurickson Profar. Good take by Profar. The slider misses.
1-0.
There goes Harris.
Outside.
He's in with a stolen base. Michael Harris to second. So now 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs. And they'll intentionally walk Profar. Bases loaded. Walk-off grand slam opportunity for Colson Montgomery. Colson Montgomery. Oh my god, that was it, bro. 186 average. He's been so unclutch this year.
1-1.
And that one almost hit him. 1-1 to Montgomery. A walk here brings in the tying run. That's a strike. Braves down to their final one of those. As Leclerc to deliver his 16th pitch of the inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Montgomery with a swing and a drive into left center. Will it go? No, it will not. Warning track power. And the Giants take this one. Ronaldo Lopez got rocked, really, as did Jordan Hicks. Why is Jose Leclerc their closer? They have Ryan Walker. This is so stupid. All right. We do lose there, so we end May 36-22. Quick look at the team. We are 58 games into the year. Acuna's been good, 904 OPS, very solid. Cooled off since he came back. Butler's getting better, but he's still been bad. 0 WAR. Riley's gotten a lot better. Riley's back. He's still not great, but he's been great as of late. Olsen hitting a lot more home runs. He's played in all 58 games, and he's played good defense as well. Harris is here, 10 home runs, 775 OPS. By far the best start to any season he's had, but he's playing worse defense, weirdly. Not been as good defensively this year as his first 5 years of his career. Albies has been healthy, and what do you know? He's been great. 1.7 WAR. Jurickson Profar has not been healthy. He's looking a little old. Age 34 is our DH. Olsen Montgomery hitting 8th. He's been okay. 755 OPS, playing good defense. Sean Murphy has been diabolically horrible in 72 at-bats. And then on the bench, you got Rodolfo Castro, who's been hot as of late. 51 ABs for us, 720 OPS. Put up a .2 WAR. Jared Kelenic, 3 triples, but a 629 OPS. 115 ABs, just negative WAR. Shelby Sutton, he's been bad. He's going back down to AAA, 23 at-bats. And then Jose Trevino, 138 at-bats, 38 games. He's been horrible, 440 OPS. So we have some good, a lot of bad. Shelby Sutton going back down to AAA. George Springer has a 933 OPS at AAA. So I think he's kind of like the obvious choice to replace him. Kind of Falefa has not been good down there. Even though he makes the most sense to call up. He just doesn't really have a spot. Rendon's been good down at AAA. Might be okay, but Schmidt has been insanely good as well. You know what? I'm going to give Springer a shot. Bump his stats up a little bit. Just do +2 to everything. Because he has gone down a bit, which makes no sense because he's been great. He is 37. He was good with the Yankees last year. Ooh, our 40-man's full. Okay. Charles LeBlanc. Removed from the 40-man. Yeah, add George Springer, moving to the MLB. Let him do his thing. Schwellenbach's hurt. Great. Montgomery's hurt. Even worse. I'm joking, it's not. I think that's just our cue that Kiner Falefa's had. He's 3 for 28 at AAA. I cannot call that guy back up. I can't do it. I can't physically do that. It's got to be Casey Schmidt. Against righties, Montgomery is out. So, welcome back to shortstop, Jurickson Profar, I guess. Kelenic 8th. And then here, why is... Oh my god. Oh my Christ. Why is Butler short? What is the game thing? It's gonna be, Casey Schmidt. Except everyone's good against lefties. Not Butler, though. We'll punish him for not You know, not being good. Take him out. Do Schmidt at short. This is the lineup. And then we'll just... Michael Harris torn MCL out for 6 months. Dude, what? Why are my hitters always hurt? So Harris is out for the rest of the season. Had a nice year, too. 751 OPS, 57 games. Just his year is over. Just the defense wasn't as good. He was getting worse, too. That's very unfortunate. So now I think I know what we want to target at the deadline. I forgot to check on pitchers, how they're doing. Schwellenbach got hurt. Elder. Stroman's been worse. Montgomery's still been good. Lopez has been okay. Strider's been kind of bad. Vines got rocked. Minter, Santana, Stanek. Hernandez has been good. Okay. Holmes is cool to death. We need him back up here. Drew Hackenberg's been bad down there. That's not good. Send Vines back down to AAA. Do Holmes in the rotation for Elder. Minter and all of them are still here. It's fine. But here is where we need a call. Who comes up? Is it Rendon? Might just have to be. Tanner Falefa, I can't call that up. You can't have a 453 OPS at AAA and expect me to call you up, dude. Oh my god. It's so bad. Eloy's been terrible down there. Tyrese Turner, not really good. Eli White's been awful. Greg Jones, bro. Greg Jones might be the guy. Greg Jones might be the guy. He's been pretty good. Yeah, he's not a good hitter. I think Shelby Sutton. Shelby Sutton comes back up. Go to lineups. I think he's the obvious choice to come in against righties. Go be like the right fielder. Or even the center fielder. Is he the center fielder? I think so. 75 reaction, 72 fielding. Yeah, Shelby's our center fielder, I guess. Or is it Kalanick? Ooh, yeah, I guess so. Then against lefties, we'll do... Lefties is just going to be Butler back in the lineup. Butler in center, sure. Wow, that is a rough look of things. We win. We keep losing. Alright, Trevino at the plate. Oh man, I wonder if I'm going to stay hitting with him. 4th in pitching, 11th in batting. Trevino digs in against Edwin Diaz. That's a righty. Who do you have on the bench? George Springer? But... oh, can't because Murphy seems to be hurt. Trevino 0 for 5 in his career against
Runner, yes.
old Edwin Diaz. Hits that one with the runner. Runner goes first to third. Trevino with a clutch single. And it'll turn over the lineup card for Ronald. Here comes big Ronald Acuna Jr., who's 1 for 4. Hits this one down the line. That's a foul ball. Oof. Fouls away the slider down low. Oh and 2 to Acuna. Gotta protect here. Fouls away the slider again. The ambush hitting certainly helped there.
Whoa.
Let's see if it works again. There's not.
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Acuna and Diaz. This is a crazy pitcher-hitter matchup. Swing and a miss. Acuna goes down on the slider. And now Diaz is a ground ball away from finishing the job here for the Mets. Lawrence Butler is 0 for 3 today. The winning run is aboard, though, at first base. The tying run at third. Butler. Butler with a swing. And it is caught somehow in left field by Nimmo. Run comes home, but what an athletic play out there by Brandon Nimmo, laying out to save what was possibly a game-winning hit from Butler. It could have been perfect. And now the game is tied at 2. We will play on, but can the Braves end it here and now with Riley? Riley pokes it into center. We will play onward even more. Trevino to second. Riley on first. It brings up the cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. Edwin Diaz is getting hooked. He's out of the game. That's huge for us. Reed Garrett is the new pitcher. Olson's 0 for 4. Olson hits this one very hard, but also very foul. Garrett ahead in the count 0-1. We have 2 very poor base runners on base right now. Olson down in the count 0-2 after the foul power swing. It's this one foul very early. Can't get his timing right. Garrett got Olson on 3 straight fouls. There's a good take. The cutter down low. Now on 1 and 2. Olson down the line straight to first base. And the Mets finish the inning. We will go to extras. Free baseball here between New York and Atlanta. Profar with an RBI double. But before that, Lindor hit a 2-run home run. Here's Kelenic with 1 out, down by a run, tying run. Now advancing to third with the Kelenic ground out. So any out wins the game for the Mets. Shelby Sutton, the youngster, the 21-year-old, drafted in the 4th round last year, fast-tracked to the majors. He's got no potential, only a D potential. However, he's super good already. I mean, he's a 72 overall. Anyone he can pinch hit with? It's a right-handed pitcher, so I doubt it. Do I go George Springer with his clutch? 52 clutch. 46 clutch. Casey Schmidt, 62 clutch. 35 clutch. Yeah, we're fine. Shelby's got this. Shelby Sutton against Reed Garrett. Hits this one. It's going to get through for a base hit. Doesn't get through. Stopped by the second baseman. But Sutton beats out any throw and ties the game. They'll hook the pitcher again as it brings up Trevino. We saw this before. Back in the 9th, or back in the 8th. Trevino extended the game, got on base, drove in a run, caused this game to go to extra innings. Trevino's 1 for 1. Subbed in for Sean Murphy earlier. Perfect. Jose Trevino's 2 for 2. When it matters most, our catcher coming in clutch twice and turning over the lineup card as the winning run now on second for our best player, Ronald Acuna Jr. Acuna's 1 for 5. Hits this one on the ground, will be 1 for 6. Fielder's choice ends the 10th. And we'll go to another inning. Base runners in the corners. 2 outs for Ozzie Albies. The winning run just 90 feet away. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to Albies. Runner goes to second and is out. Why? Why'd you go to second? Okay, I have on to finish playing this game. Devin Williams is in pitching. He gets 3 straight outs. Again, we shut the Mets down. Can we do it? Ozzie Albies still at bat. Runner on second. Good take by Albies. 96 miles an hour. Matt Olson is on second. Anybody faster? Not really. Matt Olson is so slow. 23 speed. Albies fouls away the circle change well below the zone. It's now 1-1. 95 clutch. 69 power. 90 vision. Albies there takes a nice ball. The 5'7" Albies. That would be a strike for pretty much anybody else playing this game. Lays off one barely above the zone. Now he fouls off what would be ball 4 if he took both those circle changes. Instead, it's 2-2. Let's go Braves chants fading out in the crowd. Good take by Albies. Count runs full. 3-2. Profar, one of the most clutch players on our team, is on deck. Albies with that 95 clutch factor. Count runs full. Pops it up. Will it stay in play? It will. Mark Vientos makes the catch reaching over the dugout for out number 1. Albies is retired. It'll bring up Profar to still face Sean Reed Foley. Reed Foley.
1-0.
Upstairs is 1-0 to Profar. Olson remains on second.
Runner.
We hit and run. Profar. His hit gets through, and now it's runners on first and third with 1 out. A ground ball, and we play onward, but any hit to the outfield, and this game's over. Here's Kelenic, who's 0 for 4. Kelenic grounds it foul. So early on that. Kelenic very clutch, 78. It's this one into left field. It will be foul. 0-2 to Kelenic. A strikeout here for the Mets would be huge. This has been a classic here, folks. Bottom of the 12th, 4-4. Kelenic hits this one. This game's over. The Braves win it in 12. Jared Kelenic walks it off with the single. And the Mets are taken down. As Devin Williams with another 2-inning performance. 2 hits for Profar, 2 hits for Sutton, 2 hits for Trevino. Coming off the bench. Jordan Montgomery is hurt. Sean Murphy is hurt. So that's 1 of each. 1 batter, 1 pitcher going down. Both of my catchers have been terrible at AAA. Murphy's still hasn't gone on the IL. Nice. I don't know why it keeps happening. Who got hurt? Am I stupid? Wait, Murphy is on, and so is Montgomery. Right? Yes. It's not showing. Right, Vines. Right. Okay, how many pitchers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So for batters, IKF has been better, so I suppose he can come up. Casey Schmidt has a 284 slugging. He's been getting on base a lot. He just can't hit for extra bases. I don't know why. Because last year he was playing like Barry Bonds, extra base wise, with the Giants. Anyways, then our pitcher call-up will be Vines again. Dylan Lee. I think Dylan Lee comes up. The one problem here is we don't have a long reliever, so actually no, Dylan Lee is not going to come up. He's going to go down. Actually, Dylan Lee is going to come up, and I'm going to send down Dennis Santana because he's been terrible. Yeah, get rid of Dennis Santana. Call up Darius Vines. He's so good at AAA every year. Throw Dylan Lee in the middle of the pen. We have a lot, and I mean a lot of left-handed pitchers. But who freaking cares? This rotation looks a lot worse without Schwelly and Montgomery, but it is what it is. Olson Montgomery's back. That's pretty big. Shelby Sutton's going to go down. Springer hit a home run because of course he did. My goat. All right, so who comes in here? Profar is here, Montgomery, and we want Trevino as well. Switch around the positions. Trevino the catcher, Profar the DH, Kalanick in left, Butler in center. Butler's been so bad. Why? Why has he been bad? He's supposed to be super good. I just paid him so much money. Anyways, the lineup's going to be Acuna, Butler, Riley, Olson, Albies, who's still been good. Then Montgomery, Kelenic, then Profar, Montgomery, Kelenic, Trevino. Against lefties, I want Schmidt. I want Schmidt playing. And this is the lineup. Schmidt's playing great defense, by the way, at shortstop. Don't ask me how, but he is. Oh, Trevino stinks, dude. So does Murphy, by the way. Murphy is awful. I can't have this on my team. He's legitimately the worst hitter in baseball. He's so terrible. He's so bad. I need a catcher. Keep winning. We don't stop winning. Marcus Stroman's hurt, so we continue to have injured pitchers. Sent down Dylan Lee. Why'd they do that? Why is Vines bad? Why did they send down all my pitchers? Do I need to sign more pitchers? Yeah, Smith-Shawver's coming up. Yeah, so apparently I need to sign more pitchers. Fine by me. Just as long as they're not expensive like Drew Thorpe is. Mats. What does he want? He wants $6.3 million. Jesus. I'll sign Gosselin. Let's do a Tony Gosselin, 1 year, 3.6 mil. 2 years, 6.8. Sure. Sure, buddy. And you're in the starter for us now. Oh, and he's an absolute dog, by the way. Sick. Ryan's going... Oh, don't cut Ryan's. Put him down in AAA. He's been bad. He just isn't channeling that magic from year one, which is kind of killing me. Makes me dead inside. Gosselin comes up. He's the new number 3 starter. He was good last year in 70. Like, he's been great. In 113 innings, he's been amazing this save. So if he can just do something with us, then we'll be chilling. Smith, you know how good he was with us in the White Sox save. I'm going to hope he continues to do that. Jose Hernandez is killing it. Just keep on trucking. Doing what we do. Keep winning. We don't stop winning. We lose. Murphy's back. Now who do we send down? Drake Baldwin? Hell no. Why the hell is Drake Baldwin? Drake Baldwin hit a home run? What? Okay. Good for him. He's going back down, though. Oh my gosh, Drake Baldwin hit a home run. That's so goofy. Okay. This is a fine lineup, as is this. Murphy is just so terrible. He's so bad. 158 average, 436 OPS. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? That's over 100 plate appearances. He plays great defense, I get it, but he just cannot hit. Bro, every pitcher on our team is hurt. Every single one of them. We have, what, 3 starters on the IL right now, at least? Yeah, 3 starters on the IL. 4 starting pitchers on the injured list. AJ Smith-Shawver's been good. Sure, throw him in the rotation. Throw him in the rotation at number 5. And call Darius Vines back up to the bigs. Or maybe Dennis Santana. Why did Jose? Why did this keep happening? I need to send down a bat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I know, 13, 14. Okay. Springer, right? Yeah, goodbye, Springer. Remove him. Had a good run. Hit home run number 270 of his career. Not bad for Mr. George Springer. He's just getting banged. And that's fine. Roster. I want to call up Darius Vines. Vines becomes the long reliever. I don't want to sign Reggie Soto. He wants too much money. Ryan Yarbrough. Come on over. Amir Garrett. Want to be a minor leaguer? Oh, release. Well, then, okay. New league. Okay, I need to kind of cut some fluffy players like Cade, go. Justin James, go. David, oh, go. Shortstop, nobody's going to go. Nobody's going to go here. Nobody's going to go here. Nobody's going to go here. So I can sign some more minor league pitchers now. Starting pitchers, just middling guys like Like Kyle Hendricks. Did y'all seriously think Kyle Hendricks' career was over? Well, you were wrong. Oh, I hate this. I need more pitchers. Need pitchers. Need pitchers. Bring home Pierce Johnson. Sure. Matzik played in 81 games last year. Hobie Milner had 40 saves last year. What? Yeah. Come be a minor leaguer for us. All right. Bang. I'm realizing now that I probably shouldn't be signing these major leaguers because I need to sign players that are going to go to the minors. Like Pierce Johnson. Maybe Milner's going to have to go away from this team now. Gonna have to cut more batters. Lisandro here. Goodbye. Well, Cody Milligan. Goodbye. Okay, whatever. Okay. What happened here? Everything here is fine. Here, Jose Hernandez needs to come up. Eli White. Oh, Jesus. Wow, he played. Okay. Good for him. Struck out 3 times. Oh, my Christ. Okay. This looks good. Williams has been getting rocked lately, which is not good. Our pitching's been way worse than usual. Line's settling in. He's getting better. Strider, Gonsolin, Elder, Holmes, and Smith-Shawver, who's been killing it, by the way. Smith-Shawver's been elite. 11 innings of 1-run baseball. Montgomery is back. That's huge. Holmes. Vines? Vines is going to go down. Goodbye, Darius Vines. Back to AAA for you. Montgomery climbs up the rotation. He's good. Oh my God, Jordan Montgomery is hurt again. Oh God, why? He's been so good. 2-4. He's having the year of his life this season. Like, even better than that 2023. Way better. He's having the year of his life. Just can't stop getting hurt. Elder's been killing it. We haven't talked enough about that. Oh my gosh, I wonder who we're going to call back up. Maybe Drew Hackenberg finally gets his chance. Dennis Santana's been great down there. Darren Mason bad. We'll make that switch. Welcome back, Darius Vines. Send Smith-Shawver back into rotation. Gonsolin went 6 2/3 of one-run ball. Good for him. Vines is in the long. We'll just keep on doing our little thing here into July. Shelby Sutton's out for a while. Stroman is back. That's big. Oh my goodness, I wonder who they're going to send down. It's Darius Vines. Poor guy's had to make like 17 flights at this point. From Atlanta to Gwinnett to play in one game. He's played in one game since all this madness. Smith-Shawver is gone. Well, I think Stroman. Stroman's the new long reliever. Keep Smith-Shawver in the rotation. He's been playing great. Holmes, Elder, Gonsolin. Yeah, this is fine. Stroman's the new long reliever. Ronaldo Lopez is back. Smith-Shawver got absolutely rocked. Okay. So now he goes down to them. Holmes has been bad in the rotation too. Stroman. Yeah. Take Holmes out for Stroman. I'll keep Holmes in. Send down Smith-Shawver. He got absolutely shelled. Vines got shelled at AAA even. Bro, even Vines got shelled. Alright, Devin Williams. That's bad. I guess I would like to stop simulating. Pull up Dylan Lee. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to make... Joe Jimenez has been so good lately. But I think Chris Bubich is going to be our closer for the next 15 days. He's had 21 holds so far. Jimenez has 27. But why not Chris Bubich? 9 career saves. Jimenez does have 32, just kind of spread across his career. He's never been a true closer except for like 2019, like the second half, after they traded Shane Green. Jose Hernandez is killing it. Dennis has been better, but still not good. Either way, keep on going. Seiya is a Royal for Michael Garcia. Okay? We've been really bad this month. And then we'll, in just a second, we'll do the draft. Actually, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Guess we're doing the draft. That was going to be the end of the episode, but why not? We'll do it real fast. Start draft. We do not care. We do not care. We do not care. Starting pitcher, and a center field. We're going to go to our next pick. I'd like to see our scouted guys, which we have no good ones, because this game is dumb. Got a closer here that looks pretty freaking good. Scott, Alejandro. I'm going to take a chance on this guy. Alejandro Del Villar. With our next pick, we're going Freddie Meyer. If Eddie Gorman is still on the board with our next pick, that would be nice. He's not. Go George Negron. He could be up to a 90 overall right now. Ooh, Frank Klein. Got some good catchers. That's good. Frank Klein. We'll draft him. So we'll draft 2 catchers. We'll draft a reliever, Marcelo Corona. At worst, he's going to have a potential. Miguel Casto, third baseman. And we still have a pick. How? Oh my gosh. Need to keep going pitchers. Ken Flores. Okay, exit draft. And now we'll go to the All-Star game. Skip the home run derby. No. Okay. Schwellenbach's back. That's huge. Welly has returned. Who goes down? Is it Stroman? Is it Holmes? Is it Elder? No. It's got to be, I guess, Marcus Stroman. I guess Marcus Stroman goes down. Except Holmes is cold. Fifth does not like Holmes. Send Holmes down. Don't like him. Welly's back. Get Elder in the rotation. Gosling's been great. Leave Welly in the 2. Lopez is back at the 3. Strider's the only healthy guy, which is weird because that's not how it's been the past few seasons. But yeah, this is the rotation. I like how we're looking here. Bubich will have Devin Williams back soon. All-Stars. Blake Snell was finally good. Matt Waldron is insane. Shohei Ohtani, of course, has not pitched well, but of course he's hitting like a god. American League. Woodrow McKay, the rookie. 181 ERA. Good for him. Good for him. Reliever Raisel Iglesias is a 63 overall. What a goat. I mean, this guy was the closer for us. Year 1, 52 saves. This might be a Hall of Famer at this point. All-Star for us. 2027, he's an All-Star. At a 63 overall. What an absolute freaking legend. He's already played in 63 games. And we are only 109 games into the season. All these guys here, they're all very good. You look at Jason Adam, you think, man, we should have brought this guy back. Ryan Kirkring, Alex Vesia. How about this? He's been great with Colorado. Good investment. And then here, all these guys. Catchers, Shea Langoliers makes his first All-Star team. And deservingly so, he's been good. Cal Raleigh, he's been good. He's made all 3. Logan O'Hoppe makes his first team. Here you got William Contreras, who's kind of fallen off. He's still been one of the best catchers, though. Ivan Herrera is having a breakout year. He makes his second straight. And then Jonah Heim, not at all deserving, but whatever. First base, Bryce Harper. Josh Naylor. Both great. Naylor's finally breaking out. Alonso finally breaking out. Olsen's here. You got Reese Hoskins who's doing his thing, still hitting home runs. And Andrew Vaughn is here. What? Jonathan India's here from the Dodgers. He's been elite. Luis Garcia, not at all deserving, but here he is. Jose Ramirez makes it. He's been elite. David Schneider is here. Hitting some home runs. Not really deserving, but whatever. Royce Lewis is here. Jordan Westberg is here for good reason. He's been good. Rafael Devers has been good. And then Ramon Urias has been awful. Why is he here? I don't know. Matt Chapman. Yeah, he's been great. Finally back to that old Matt Chapman. Last year was an all-star for no reason. Mark Vientos is here. Hasn't been that good. Don't know why, but, you know, he's not totally bad. Ellie's been elite. He's an MVP candidate right now. Playing bad defense, but that's it. Ezekiel Tovar, he's actually having his best year hitting yet, which is good because he's playing elite defense. Glad he has an all-star appearance. Brian Reynolds with his 3rd all-star appearance. Forgot to look at Bobby Witt, Gunnar Henderson. That checks out. Jordan Josh Smith. Anthony Santander. Masataka Yoshida, good for him. And then Riley Green with his 2nd. Yoshida with his 2nd in a row, actually. Byron Buxton is here. He's been elite. Aaron Judge as well, also promoted. And as I said, Jake McCarthy's put it all together. Brenton Doyle. So multiple All-Stars for the Rockies. Who would have thunk it? Finally, Fernando, Ronald, and Juan Soto are all gimmies as well. So the last thing I want to do this episode is, now that all my pitchers are healthy, I'm going to send down Marcus Stroman. I'm going to make some trades because my pitchers are better than my batters. I need a center fielder. So what day is it? We'll go to the 21st. See if we have any more injuries. Sign draft picks real quick. Boom. 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 I'll give you that. Yep, thanks. Give you that. Don't mention it. Give you that. Okay, you're an absolute freaking menace. Nobody likes you. What about you? Yep, don't mention it. And you, sir? Yeah, that's what I thought. And we'll roll with these three guys that are the only three we haven't signed yet. Sim 1 day to deadline prep. Devin Williams is back. So like the whole pitching staff is finally healthy. Everyone came back all at the same time. Dennis Santana. Okay, so I'm going to trade Dennis Santana. Okay, well, what's a bad team? What's a very bad team? Actually, American League wildcard, Blue Jays, Tigers, White Sox. That's kind of what we expected. Angels are bad. National League wildcard, Nationals, Cardinals, Marlins, Rockies are bad. Blue Jays. Angels are bad. Do we want Mike Trout? Up there and said, yo, I'm going to take Mike Trout. Riley Green. What if we got Riley Green? Can I do Dennis Santana and Marcus Stroman, Grant Holmes, Darius Vines for this? Drew Hackenberg, Cam Caminiti. It'll be very hard. It'll take Hackenberg, Caminiti, and Santana for Green. 15 Granson for sure. And we definitely wouldn't have a place for him. When Harris gets back, I want like a 1-year guy. What was it? White Sox. Parker Meadows. What about Rivera? He's a free agent after this year. Just make another deal with the White Sox. Do Dennis and Grant Holmes. Give them another starting pitcher. Hurston Waldrop's been really good for them. Congratulations to him. Give me Edgar Caro too, please. Thank you. All right, so we're going to trade Dennis Santana and Grant Holmes for Luis Robert. Second straight year we make a deal with the White Sox. We're obviously going to move him back to center field as his primary position. And I also want a catcher. I have to see what teams are bad again. Stupid, I don't remember. Nationals, Cardinals are bad, Marlins are bad, Rockies are bad, Brewers are pretty bad. Okay, wild card. Angels, we could get Logan O'Hoppe. We could go trade for Logan O'Hoppe. Got one more year of ARB after this. Just made his first All-Star team. How about I box Trevino in? Or no, I want to get rid of Sean Murphy. Sean Murphy's going to have to be in the deal wherever we go. How about Langoliers? How about this? We get Langoliers back. Y'all get Sean Murphy back. Obviously, we lost that trade. Marlins. How about Jonah Heim? I'd take Jonah Heim. Never mind. He's on a terrible contract. Danny Jansen has not played much. Hang on to the Marlins for catching. There's a lot of catching. Twins. Forgot about the Twins. How could I forget? Twins. Carson Kelly. Terrible. K-Barry Ruiz been bad. Salvi been good. No, Salvi been bad. Twins are too good. Twins are so good. I mean, the AL West is so stinky. I can't trade with anyone here because they're all bad. Everyone still has a chance. The Blue Jays. Who is the Blue Jays catcher? It's not still Alejandro Kirk, is it? No, it's Luis Torrens. He's bad. White Sox have Edgar Carroll. Rockies have, what's his name? I mean, Cubs have both Stevenson and Caratini. I will gladly swap deals Tyler Stevenson for Sean Murphy. The Reds could be willing to trade Jake Rogers. That might seem terrible. I don't want him. Imagine if we could bring back William Contreras. How huge of a deal that would be. Are the Brewers bad? Because then they would do this. They would so do this if they were bad. Oh, the Brewers are bad? We're getting this done. He's on an expiring contract. We are going to get William Contreras. Murphy. Start with Murphy and Smith-Shawver. Hackenberg. Okay, it's going to have to be... We're going to have to give up another good prospect. Probably a hitter. Don't have any good prospects. What? What am I good... I mean, William Horn, B potential. That won't do it. I mean, I got Johnny Fitzgerald here. Hold up, let's see. I'm going to do something. Mackenzie Rowland. He's getting older, so like, guys, Fitzgerald, yeah, no. How about this? Mackenzie Rowland. To the Brewers for William Contreras. And we also throw in Sean Murphy. And Matt Olson doesn't need that. William Contreras is just too good of a prospect to even get, which is crazy. Cardinals, Ivan Herrera. Been good. Been very good. Might not be able to get him. National League Central, Cardinals are bad. Hey, Cardinals are bad. This might be the deal we do. This might actually be the deal we do. Ivan Herrera, he's still young, 26. He's got 3 years left of team control. But they also have Pedro Pagas. and Yoel Pozo. So, like, they're going to have to pay Herrera soon. Like, what if I just do this? This deal is getting done. Take Rodney Muriel or Lizardo Espinosa. Take this guy, Ambioris. Take him. This deal's done. I mean, this makes sense. Ivan Herrera coming over to our squad. Made back-to-back All-Star teams. They get Sean Murphy and an interesting prospect. See if they want to do that. Also package a deal for Dalton Rushing. You'll do that as well. Oh God. So do we want Ivan Herrera or do we want Dalton Rushing? We got Will Smith. Ooh, Rushing. Ethan Salas even. None of those guys are ready though. Alright, yeah, I think that's going to be the move. We're going to go, last thing we do this episode is going to be Ivan Herrera. We're going to get him. Or Wilson Contreras. He can be our catcher. It's going to be Ivan Herrera. Cardinals trade him away, package him over to us. We could also get Wilson Contreras, which would be kind of crazy. What if do we just trade our catching room for the... No, okay. Alright. Ivan Herrera, welcome to the squad. We finally got rid of Sean Murphy's deal. Herrera comes in. Then Robert comes in. Robert hits higher in the lineup because he's Robert. There's the lineup. Against lefties, Ivan Herrera should probably play. Robert's bad. Yeah, this is fine. This is a good... We do need to send somebody down. Thinking... IKF, right? Gotta be IKF. Schmidt, yeah, do that. Montgomery's been good enough. Alright, that's going to be it, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with the rest of the season later.